Coming to you live from the JRE Tobacco Aladino Mobile Studios, it's the Cigar Pulpit.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to another sermon from the Cigar Pulpit. I'm the Bishop of the Burn, Nick, and with me, as always, for now anyway,
it's Gator. We already had half a show.
We just
didn't record it. Yeah.
Well, on the line with us, because it is the first Friday of September.
Darn right.
We have Nick Gervais, owner of My Monthly Cigars. How you doing, Nick?
Good. I'm getting tired. We've already done half a show, so
he's rocking that beard, though.
We're pretty good.
I'm off camera. You can't see me, but I can see him. Yeah. That's an impressive beard, buddy.
Crushing it right now. Thanks.
Yeah.
See, I'm all fresh today. Went to the dentist this morning. Got a haircut this afternoon. I'm killing it right now.
Root canal, tooth pulled. What'd you have done?
No, just a routine cleaning.
Oh, okay.
I'm boring. I'm told I'm boring by my dentist because there's nothing wrong.
She's a dental hygienist. She'll know just what to do.
Who is?
Anyway.
I have no idea what you're talking about. Anyways, yeah.
I'm sure he's quoting something.
Something about Mary.
Sure.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Anyway, so...
Well, Jeff,
let a skin show in there. Probably should spray some Bactine on it.
Jeff, I'm surprised you're here. It's good to see you.
Good to see you, brother.
I mean, it's September.
It's my one show of the month.
Yeah. Oh, this is it. You're not. Oh, that's right.
Yeah, he came for the free cigars. The fucking mooch.
Technically, mooch.
The mooch.
You're stealing Jonathan.
I was going to say
line
everybody
there.
that was on the Cigar Authority Clubhouse will get that. Hey, so
speaking of that,
well, you know,
yeah,
we were going to get into this, but yeah, buddy, you've been stepping out on us a little bit. Hey, hang on, hold on, 1 second.
Me?
Yeah, hang on.
I'm just going to interrupt you really quickly. I just want to give a shout out to Nick, who's here from Fucking Good Coffee.
What did you say? What did you say?
Fucking. That's my best Boston accent. Fucking.
F-A-K.
Where did I fucking park the car?
Yeah. F-A-K-I-N-G.
F-A-H.
Oh.
K-I-N-G. Good Coffee.
Fucking. With the king on the thing. It's beautiful looking. Packaging is beautiful. The mugs are beautiful. So what do they do? Go to Fucking.
You go to fuckinggoodcoffee.com. F-A-H-K-I-N-G.
It's cool, right?
G-O-O-D. Coffee.
All right.
It's awesome.
All right, we'll get that brewing.
Congratulations. Yeah.
So you've been stepping out on us, huh? Moving up.
You sick son of a bitch.
You big timing us now?
Yeah, I saw that you thought I was better dealing.
I was saying you better dealing us with the Cigar Authority guys, because
No, not at all. Not at all.
You know,
I can't help who loves me and who fucking loves my coffee. I mean, this is no stepping out. No, it's we can get into that trip, but it was good. No, I'll be honest with you. Kind of jumping the gun, but they were awesome about it. I did not expect that at all.
no, they were super nice with that.
Oh, they were amazing. They were amazing with it, and I couldn't thank them enough. But yeah, we'll dive into that. I'll talk about that trip. I know somebody wanted to.
Yeah, there's some bitterness on our end. I just want to point that out.
Only because I didn't get to go.
Yeah,
the two of you are always
here.
Bitter, so it doesn't matter. Just
there's some truth to that
cut.
lately. All right, well, you know
Unlike
what?
your coffee, which isn't.
We need to find out.
See what I did there?
It was a good segue, good plug.
Nice fucking segue, Jeff.
All right, well, why don't we find out what's in the box?
What's in the box?
What's in the box?
Show you with the box. What's in the box? What's in the box?
All right.
Did you notice
Paltrow's head, by the way?
Did you notice that I just went straight to the cut? I was like, let's hurry up and cut. And we didn't even open anything.
We got to find out what's in the box. We got to then have you pick the cigar because that's the way it seems to always go. It's just the way, I mean, we got a lot going on here. So,
we're
a seal of freshness is giving me fits.
We're going to start off on the wrong foot because I can tell you right before we get on, I found that there's a typo on the card. It's not really a typo. It's just something's in the wrong spot. So
well, that's interesting. I don't even have a card.
Maybe the other one does. Jeff's does because with the
because we get the El Presidente, so you only put the
Yep, there you go.
Oh well, look at that. Jeff's got the card. Damn it! And by the way, I feel your pain because Jeff, I will punch you. Thank you. I feel your pain. As somebody who owns a newspaper, I know what it's like to get the final printed product and find a glaring typo just staring you in the face. And every time you look at that card from here on out, you will only see that typo.
Yeah, and it's usually on our front page in a headline.
Yeah, you throw hundreds of these things in, and it's like you see it for hours on end.
It'll
right
eat
in
at
front
you.
of you. And you don't look, but I didn't notice it. What I'm saying is packing these boxes, I didn't notice it.
Do you know why?
Of course, 2 minutes before I got to go on with you clowns, I'm like, that's not a 94
because
rating.
you read what's supposed to be there mentally.
Yep.
That's why you need a second person to proofread stuff because you never catch your own errors.
Yeah, but I think I can. No, maybe I can't read better than my 6-year-old. I don't know. We'll figure it out one day.
So what's the typo before we go too far here?
Only it's not really a typo. It's just a misplacement of at the bottom. You'll see there's one cigar that says it's got a 94 cigar aficionado rating.
Yes.
And it's definitely not that cigar. Just move it over to the left.
That makes more sense. Okay.
Yep.
All right. Makes a lot more sense. So, Jeff, why don't we find out what's in the box? So, where are we starting here?
Let's see here. Let's start. Ooh, the Ashton VSG.
That is the Ashton VSG. It is a 5x50 Robusto, or 5.5x50 Robusto, featuring a sun-grown wrapper, Dominican binder, and Dominican fuller. And that would be the cigar that received the 94 rating from Cigar Aficionado. In reality.
Next up, we have a Rocky Patel.
RuPaul?
RP. You can see my confusion.
No. All right. Well, it's a Rocky Patel Imperial. It is a 5.5x50 Robusto.
I was really proud of that. I got no love on that joke.
Oh, God.
Throw some crickets in there.
I was going to say. Featuring a Habano wrapper, a Honduran binder, and Honduran filler. And that one is not the 94 rated Cigar Aficionado.
We have an Oliva Hellion.
That is the Hellion by Oliva. It is a Grand Torpedo 6x52, featuring a Habano wrapper, a Nicaraguan binder, and Nicaraguan filler.
If I'm not mistaken, that is a handmade cigar, according to the band.
I would say he's read the band.
Next up, we have a Mark Twain. I believe it's the Riverboat.
It is the Mark Twain Riverboat. It is a 6x50 Toro, featuring a Connecticut and Maduro wrapper. It is a barber pole with Nicaraguan binder and Nicaraguan filler.
And Mark Twain quote on the band. I like that. It has been my rule to never, I'm going to butcher this.
You can't even read a band.
It's very small and it's dark out.
No wonder Jeff needs two people.
Hold on.
I know, right?
It has been my rule never to smoke while sleeping. I like that.
It's probably for the best.
Yeah.
Okay, Nick, so he's read two bands. Throw that right on the 1099.
I was going to say. There's
And I never to refrain from smoking when awake.
A lot of people want to refrain from this shit.
A lot of people are going to be sleeping at this moment.
It's
Anyway,
so small and hard to read.
then why are you doing it?
It's on the band.
Why? Anyway, all right. What are we smoking? Who has one that pops out?
You guys want to do the RuPaul?
The RuPaul.
RuPaul. Well, it's up to you. Listen, I can tell you this: the VSG is a legit full cigar.
I love the ESG. So
I know, and it's funny because I think I don't know if it was Tuesday or last week. It was because I already knew it was in the box, and Nick made a comment. He goes, "You don't want the VSG, you want the ESG." I'm like, "This motherfucker! God damn it!"
Sorry.
But then somebody called, asked the boys the other day talking about their cigars, and I'm pretty sure I heard that they've been enjoying the Mark Twain Riverboat. I want to say it was
you're right, actually. Yes,
the guy from Martinez, right?
Fabuccino, Kevin.
Yeah, Fabuccino,
Yep.
yeah, Kevin. Yeah, his name is
All right.
escaping me.
Well,
yeah, I'm pretty sure he said that. I'm down for whatever. I'm drinking a coffee style right now. So
you know what? It's a barber pole. Let's go with the Mark Twain.
All right, we're going to go with the Mark Twain.
We're going with the Mark Twain.
Let's bang it out. Why not? Who's it brought to?
That's what she said. Yes.
What she said?
That's what she said.
I didn't know she said that. I mean,
said a lot of things.
Guess you could say that. So
she just keeps talking.
Repacking up the box here.
Yes. We got to reseal our Bova to seal freshness.
And I have to get my cigar out of the cellophane, so that...
Oddly enough,
so
do I.
Oddly enough, really, it actually kind of is there in there. All right. I'm good with that now.
Still getting mine.
I'm done.
How'd you get that out so quick?
You got to practice, buddy. You got to be...
That's why you got the kilt.
You got to be prepared. Exactly. It's why you have the kilt. You don't have to worry about it.
Gervais, this thing's in here.
Yeah, that's what she says all the time.
That's what she says.
My God, it sounds like you're eating a freaking thing.
He might be.
I am hungry.
I know. I'm cutting.
Is there anything around here to nosh on?
No.
Got it.
I have Fritos and dip in the kitchen.
Yeah, they're all the way in
I'm
there.
not going to lie. That. Oh, wait. I'm getting ready to cut. And that's
he double dips. That's why I won't.
I don't double dip, actually.
Though, I'm going to bring something up here.
I don't double dip.
Before we get into the cut
No,
and everything,
no.
yes, I'm bringing this
I
up.
would really like to cut and get the
No,
cigar
I'm bringing
going
this
so
up
we
right
can
now.
discuss stuff after we
No,
light and...
I'm making a stand on my last show.
What? Boy, this is going places. All right.
So Nick and I are in agreement about one thing when it comes to chip dip. You never
This is what...
dig into the dip. You smooth it with your chip. And
Yeah,
you
like
you
skim
just-
the top.
Yes, you skim the top and then go in circular motions down into the dip. Now, Kristen, my
I love
beloved
how
ex,
this is what had to take priority over cutting and lighting on a cigar podcast.
Yeah, you know what? Listen, I've been dying all day to smoke a cigar. Let's do
she
this
just
after.
digs into it with the chips, and then you get that janky chip water because it creates those craters. Anyway, it's time to cut.
No, but God, you know
Cut
what?
this segment.
Here's the thing: everybody thinks that it's going to be like I'm going to have so much trouble trying to find guest co-hosts, and the show's not going to be the same if Jeff doesn't do 2 a week and everything. You know, guys, just hold out, just see what happens, because you may get more quality entertainment than chip water dip.
Am I lying about that, though?
I'm just saying,
No, am I lying?
It's like putting your whole mouth.
Thank you, in the dip.
Dip.
Anyway.
Seinfeld.
Yep.
Yeah, that's why I have to only do one of these a month. I've noticed I'm not even doing one a week anymore.
I was
It's one
going to
a month.
say, when did that happen?
Because Gervais and I are going to start our Seinfeld podcast.
You rat fuckers.
We're
better
doing 2
dealing
of those
everyone.
a week.
Well, this segment's brought to you by Stogie Bird.
They're pretty good.
I mean,
Hey, Jeff, what are we going to do? We plan on 4 days a week, right? Because
Yes.
a lot of shows.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's why I had to free up some time.
God damn it.
You had prior
It's time to
engagements.
cut this cigar. It's the Mark Twain Riverboat, brought to you by Dick. Really?
It was
Dick?
good.
It's brought to you by Dick? Is that what you just said?
No. It's like, you son of
You
a bitch
did.
over there, man.
I was enjoying a nice cool beverage.
You're being rude. You're just being rude.
It's my last show.
How is when did that happen? When did that happen?
Hold on, my phone's ringing. Mr. Garofalo, how are you?
Anyway, Dan the Man Ponder over there at Riverman Cigar Company. Dan the Man actually was just on
I love Dan.
the Cigar Authority
I heard him.
Clubhouse earlier this evening that I was on.
As we record
And,
on Thursday night, yeah.
Exactly, in the JRE Tobacco Aladino Mobile Studios in my driveway.
Yep.
And, Dan had some really good points about things that cigar lounges and cigar shops need to take into account when they're starting off and everything. Dan's put a lot of his business sense into practice when running Riverman Cigar Company.
True.
He comes from a background of consulting, a lot of really intricate work in the environmental sciences.
A lot
and
of
all
time
that
in the
and
Middle
everything.
East. He's fascinating to talk to about
Yeah,
that.
but the thing is, he's not just a guy who happened to decide to open up a cigar store. Dan has got a lot of business knowledge behind him, and he's bringing that to the Riverman Cigar Company in order to make the best possible environment for all of you, the consumer. He's got a great humidor filled with all kinds of products because he knows you got
Well, now, hold on.
to diversify the products.
Let me jump in there. When you say all kinds of products, you mean cigars.
Yes,
Okay.
facings of cigars.
Okay.
Yes, I mean
There's not a produce aisle in there.
no.
Cosmetics or anything.
Way to contribute. But
Sorry, Dan.
Got a lot of facings of cigars in there because he knows that you got to diversify up the product, have something for everybody to try. And let me tell you guys, he's really stocking up on a lot of great cigars for the second annual Riverman Cigar Company Festival on Saturday, September 25th.
Holy crap, am I excited about this.
He has got in, or maybe by the time this drops, he'll have them in hand. I don't know, but I know he will have them for that event. The Yagua by J.C. Newman.
Oh, I'm so looking forward.
Oh yeah, he's bringing out the big guns for he's getting a lot of good stuff
I've still
together
got
for
the
that
one
event.
left. The listener Will, I believe, sent to me, and I can't wait to try them. Like side by side and see what the aged one versus the new one is like.
There you go.
I'm looking forward to that.
I'm glad.
Yeah, I got to get that at Dan's.
Very happy for you.
Love
Yes.
the Agua.
I was going to say, but you can get all this stuff over at Riverman Cigar Company. And if you're not coming to the event, which I don't know why you wouldn't. I mean, it seems like everybody is. But
I mean, it really does. And they're all staying at Nick's house.
they're
which
really
is cool.
not. They're really not. And we can get to that later, too. But they're really not.
Nick,
But,
okay, Gervais, I don't know if you know this, but Nick has opened his house
No,
up
I have not.
to any
I have
parishioner
not.
that wants to come.
Nope. Nope.
They just have to
No,
bring an air
yeah.
mattress.
No.
I've heard. I've received a couple invitations too. From
Do
different
not
people.
encourage this, Nick. This is not happening.
Hey,
at
if
my
you're on the
place.
parishioners page, you'll notice that. Listen, I have no shame. I can be bought. I do have his address.
Oh,
So if
no.
you guys want to show up, listen. Just you know.
I'm sitting here right now. I can tell you right where it is.
I will murder somebody. Murder.
St.
Murder
Clair County, Illinois. We can
Murder
narrow it
most
down.
foul. Anyway.
All right, finish this ad for Dan.
All right. Well, anyway, yes.
Sorry, Dan.
He does mail. You should apologize. He does mail order, so you can get cigars sent to you from Dan. So if you're not coming to the event, give Dan a call and support Dan anyway.
Get your ass to the event.
But yeah, get your ass to the event. So, and if you're coming to the event, bring a lawn chair. Anyway, with that, Riverman Cigar Company, Crestwood, Missouri. It's time that we go ahead and cut the cigar. Finally.
A 6-minute ad for Riverman.
Yeah, well, it wouldn't have been that long if somebody would have been jacking around.
Yeah, but it's
Now
more
would
fun.
It? I know.
I want my last cast to be memorable.
He keeps joking.
Glad I was here for this funeral.
He keeps joking. I was going to say.
You even cleaned out your
I
cutter.
was going to say, he actually cleaned out my cutter. Didn't
You know
shut
why?
my cutter, but why?
Because I care.
No, you don't.
No, not
No,
at all.
you don't.
No. I'm hungry.
Cold draw.
You got any food over there, Gervais?
How is he going to
No.
give you food through
What do
FaceTime?
you want?
It's true. Give me an apple.
There you go.
Okay.
How do you like them apples?
Right?
What are you getting on the cold draw? You're hungry, so you might get creative with your tasting.
I
notes
have
here.
had a couple of cigars today. I'm actually, like, nothing is registering.
You look like you've had a couple of cheeseburgers today, too.
Wow. It's hurtful.
Jeff, you might
I'm a
end
little
up with
paranoid
workers'
about my
comp
weight.
here.
You know that.
You're going to leave because you were harassed,
Right?
verbally, and you can file for workers'
It's a
comp
hostile work environment. That's the problem. I can't file anything. He doesn't employ me.
claim. Oh, gosh.
He's got to give me a check, and then I can sue him.
Well, then it's definitely not coming now, so okay. We're 16 minutes into this shit show. What
Why
are
don't
we
you
doing?
lit the cigars?
I know.
What is going on?
What are you getting on the damn cold
I'm
draw?
not. I'm getting nothing. Nothing. I think it's probably... Okay, so I got a bottle of water from Nick and asked him if he had any thing to flavor it with. And he handed me this Mio, and
You
it was
asked
lemonade.
for Mio, and I gave you 3 different flavor options, and you chose lemonade.
Yes, and then I put the whole... I thought you were supposed to put the whole Mio
No,
into the bottle.
you're not.
I didn't realize. I guess
God.
it's multi. And I
It's
think
like
I've blown
2
out
drops.
Oh, God. Yeah, I used a lot of it.
God
I
damn it,
think I have
Jeff.
blown out my palate.
That's like a $4 or $5 little bottle, man.
I had no idea. I only borrow them. I never actually buy my
Oh,
own.
my God.
So what are you getting?
Kind of some raisiny.
I was going to say, there's not much on this cold
Not
draw.
much.
I could taste a tiny bit of raisin, but at the same time, when you get through this, I think the barber pole aspect of it, because I've smoked a bunch of these,
Yeah.
and it really does, I think the flavors change back and forth. It almost follows the barber pole, which is kind
Okay.
of cool.
So what?
I don't know if that's in my head or not.
What do we
but
have on this? So I'm guessing the lighter is a Connecticut. What is the darker?
Thanks for listening
It's a
to me
Maduro.
earlier
Maduro,
when I
okay.
was literally covering
it's
all
a
that.
Maduro.
I was coming
that's
up with
why-
shit.
And that's
to
why I
say.
think you get I don't know about your guys. I think they're all the Maduro caps on them. So
Yes.
you get a little
mine's
bit of sweetness
Maduro
from there.
cap.
And that's where the raisin, I think, comes from. But all right, I'm lighting
lighting
Light 'em up.
I'm lighting
Light
it
them
up.
up. Light them up, guns out. Sun's out, guns out. All right, this is riveting. So
I
we're
know,
going to... it's more professional than the Cigar Authority. I'll just put that out there.
Suck it, Gervais.
I've been waiting for 213 episodes for Jeff to realize that he can talk while I'm lighting my cigar, and he can talk while I'm doing the cold draw, so that we don't have these gaps of time and everything. But evidently, 2 years and 200 and something episodes later, he just never quite figured that out.
I like to
He
watch
doesn't-
you puff on that stick.
But
He doesn't care now. He's gone.
I'm
I
gone.
don't know
I'm
what to say.
out.
He's taking himself out of the picture, evidently. So
Yeah, the
I'm
retro
gonna
element
need
has
the
a
rest
nice
of that
kick.
box then, Jeff, so that I can give it to the
Good luck.
the new hosts on Fridays. So that they can smoke along with me.
I think you and Barnaby should do the show Friday.
That's not a good idea.
No, that's a terrible idea.
What is the restraining order? Is it 50 feet or 100?
I don't know, but I'm not doing it. That's a hard no. Hard no.
How did you guys cut yours?
I V cut.
V as well.
Okay. Okay, I went with a straight.
Why did you do a V, Jeff?
I like the V.
Give yourself a cross cut. Do another V.
I did that recently
Mix it
on
up.
one of the shows.
Oh,
but-
I'm not going to do that because
I've already had it in my mouth.
he's borrowing my cutter and he's already had it in his mouth.
Forget
so
that. Just leave it where it is.
that's not going to happen.
Forget it. Forget I said it.
Yeah, that's
So-
not going to happen. So okay, so
Ooh, smooth retro hail.
tell us
It's
about
nice.
Yeah.
tell us about your trip.
Well, you weren't there, which was awesome.
You know,
Because I was able to text you and just be
I was
okay,
going to say you were texting and being like, "Look where I'm at."
No,
guys."
it was cool. No, it's it was really an overall, not to kiss the ring and whatnot or anything like that, but
You're going
it
to
was
kiss the ring.
It was a really nice experience. Everything you hear about Dave's shops are 100% true. I mean, they are clean. The help is there. They're knowledgeable. Even though someone like myself walks in and I have an idea of what I'm looking at. There's a few things I'm not aware of. They're still offering. Mind if I can help? Blah blah blah. But it was great. I walked in. I had my new Team Cigars fleece on, and Dave was standing right at the door. He goes, "Oh, look at this, Team Cigars. What's going on?" And I said, "Hey, Dave." I said, and I introduced myself. And he goes, "Oh, yeah." And I said, I said, "Hey, I brought you guys a little something. You guys can share it amongst yourselves. It's just a little fucking coffee." He's like, "Oh, thanks." And I brought it in a bag, and it was all sealed up and everything, the mugs and everything. So, then I met Phil Zangi. Phil Zangi was right there as well from Indian Motorcycle. He was there, and met him, talked. This was about 15 minutes before the show started. And then I asked them what they were smoking, and Phil gave me the Indian Motorcycle Maduro, which, by the way, his cigars now, I've had, I think it was only 3. I'm pretty sure it was only 3. Had all 3 of his blends. He's done an awesome job reblending this.
Okay.
This brand. Yeah, he's got an awesome story. We could touch on that a little bit after. But, yeah, it was cool. We went. I grabbed the cigar because I wanted to smoke what they were smoking. And so I grabbed the Maduro, went upstairs, sat down. And I walked in the studio, and there was all the fucking stuff on the desk. And I was like, oh, wow, they're too nice. These guys were too nice. And I was right in front of Barry, and I met Barry, and I met Ed. And it was great. I mean, just sat there. It was kind of cool to see the studio from, the back angle. They got a cool little wall with all the podcasts that recorded in their studio.
Okay.
So that was cool. And then, we did the new Perdomo Firecracker in the second half of the show. So I got one of those. Is it very different than? It's not very. It's a little bit lighter, and the wick is not under the band, which was interesting. It was actually kind of smart. I like smoking those because I still have a box of those, and it's funny because I was ripping through them last week.
I have probably about 20. How many were in that box?
20.
Then I probably have about 15 or so from my box remaining.
I got I've got maybe a box and a quarter left, so
yeah,
maybe about 25 or so. But yeah, it was great. I mean, listen, these guys know what they're doing. They're professional. They run the live show. They had everything, on lockdown, and it was nice. And having Phil as a guest, that guy's electric, man. He has so much energy, and he's such a positive guy. It was great to see. And I don't know if people know who Phil is, but Phil started Indian Motorcycle with Rocky Patel before Rocky Patel was Rocky Patel.
Mm-hmm.
So him and I actually talked about that too. And, after the show, Dave and I sat down for about 2 hours and just shot the shit. And, we talked about the industry. It was just me and him up in the studio. We had an awesome conversation. He was very, very gracious with his time. Ed was up there for a little bit with us, chatting away. As well, really filled me in on a lot of what he does in the industry, and it's far beyond the scope of what any one of us could imagine. It's like, how do you run 3 stores, all these employees, this stock, all of your United Cigar distribution, and everything else he does, and still do the regulations and stuff like that, the fighting with the local governments and taxes and stuff. And it was really wild and educational to hear him talk about that. Tell me about state of New Hampshire. Because again, I'm from Massachusetts.
New Hampshire?
God damn it.
Sorry, I set you up. Would you say that if I said NH?
Why would I do that?
Yeah, okay, good. Maybe I'll do that moving forward. But, yeah, it was a lot of stuff. We talked about the substantial equivalents coming up. We talked about, vape. And, we were talking about how, you guys and I talked before, how I think the vape industry could have been the heroes of the tobacco industry, so to speak, if they just marketed themselves as a smoking cessation device, and he was on point. But he was, he was very gracious with his time, very complimentary of the Fucking coffee. He really did. I could tell it wasn't bullshit. He's like, this is really nice. He's like, this brand is great.
He
He's
loves,
like, you got yourself something.
and I'm going to say this, and I don't mean it in any sort of a derogatory way.
Mm-hmm.
He loves gimmicks.
Good marketing.
He did a whole show on gimmicks not too terribly long ago, and I'm not necessarily saying that your coffee is a gimmick, but let's be real. The name is.
He likes catchiness like that.
It's catchy, exactly, and so for him to see a brand called Fucking Good Coffee, I mean, that speaks right to
He's all in,
right to his sweet spot, yeah.
And it was cool when Barry was doing that. I did not, going back to that, I did not expect that one bit at all. I just, I was like, oh, cool, thanks a lot for putting it up there. And then he just opened up with that, and I was floored. I was like, I can't appreciate that enough. I couldn't thank him enough after.
Well, those guys have never been anything but good to us. They're just rock solid.
And I talked to Dave about that too. That was one of the things we touched on just in general, helping out the industry. And Dave even said, he's like, he goes, if I can help you, I'm going to help you, because he even talks about it with this whole New York tax stuff that's going on. He went, we were talking about the tournament. He was going to go speak at the golf tournament this past week about the tax increases there that are basically putting places out of business. I think it's like a 70% tax on cigars.
Wow.
So you're paying through the roof for a $10 cigar. It's crazy. And he's like, look, I'm out there to help them. I'm not here to take advantage of their misfortune. He goes, they're part of the industry. The industry doesn't grow without the people in the industry. So, we talked a lot about that. We talked about marketing, how this is such a different product than what the FDA thinks it is, and how they think we market to kids. And we talked a little bit about, how you see a few of these bands that, you look at them and you say, Jesus, how does this help the industry's fight against telling them
we've talked about that on here.
We have talked about it. Yeah, I would say there's been a few, and I won't get into specifics, but yeah, it's not helping a thing.
Mm-hmm. We talked about, like I said, the substantial equivalents, and it really sucks, to be honest, because you have to have the pre-predicate date is, I believe it's August of 2007.
Yeah.
Think about it this way. If you're a company that's been in business for 5 years, for 10 years, 14 years, you don't fit that criteria.
Yep.
You need to file, and it's hundreds of thousands of dollars to file for substantial equivalents. Now, it doesn't cost much if you have, if you already have the grandfathered in. We talked about that. So you got somebody like Nick Perdomo, who's, if you look it up, he's got all of his
taken care of,
all of his SKUs are in there, and it really, I was like, what did that cost? Millions? And how much would that cost somebody? And he's like, no, he had them all. He's had them since day one, so he didn't have to do anything. I'm sure he has a couple that he's got to do, but yeah, when you think about it, who was around before 07? The boom was late 90s.
Yep.
You've got maybe Rocky, you've got Macanudo, you've got Monte Cristos, you've got those guys and Perdomos.
Well,
then what?
Think about it this way. What other industry does our country tell you can't innovate?
True.
Yeah, no, it's hard to pinpoint one, probably, because if there are any, it's very few. But again, Dave was very, very gracious with his time. You talk about how he likes that like kitschiness and the catchiness of stuff, and I don't want to reveal anything. I can tell you off air, but he has a trademark for something that I almost pissed myself. I was like, "What are you going to do with that?" And he laughed. He goes, "I don't fucking know." He just has the trademark, and he's got a bunch like it, and it fits that criteria. It's just great.
That's awesome.
He's just really, really smart. he was gracious enough to, I know I keep saying the word gracious, but I mean, really, that's what it was. I was really humbled to sit there with him, and he told me about what he's got coming out. He's got a few things coming out soon, and, over the course of the next year, and just to, tell me that was really cool. Like, I didn't want that. I was just happy enough to spend 10, 15 minutes after the show, and no, he ended up, like I said, we sat there for 2 hours, about half an hour of it. Phil Zangi came up, and the three of us sat there, had a conversation. It was great.
That's
it was
awesome.
nice.
Very
it was
cool.
cool. And their shop is amazing. If anybody ever can get up there, it was amazing. Like I said, cleanliness, everything was in order. I can't tell you how many times I saw his employees come around emptying ashtrays. That was so key, because any cigar shop you go to, if you sit there with a full ashtray,
Yep.
it's kind of annoying. You know that.
Oh, I know
it's really, and it's gross to look at.
It is.
But I mean, they were coming around, just bang, 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 grab. Oh, I mean, they're on point. They're on point with everything. So, and I ended up, grabbing a nice chunk of cigars from there.
Yeah, I saw the pictures.
Yeah.
You got yourself quite the variety of cigars.
Yeah.
there.
And you know what? Another thing with that, a testament to their employees, oh God, I want to say his name is Dale or Derek. I apologize, but he was so helpful. He's like, "Have you seen this? Did you grab this?" And then he goes, "This is smoking really, really well now." Things I wouldn't have probably purchased.
Yeah.
Like a Bandolero. There was another new Argonorsa leaf that he got me into. And I'm like, listen, I'm going to take whatever you guys tell me, because you're learning from Dave and Barry, and Jonathan, Mr. Jonathan, all the way down. Like, these guys are trained. And that's what one of the topics was from the show that day was, should you break up with your local brick and mortar, your local lounge? And, and Dave even said after the show, he goes, that wasn't an easy thing to talk about, because you want to support the industry, but at the same time, you can't help those who don't want it.
Yeah.
That's true. At the end of the day, they put a stain on the industry rather than you helping them. If they're not going to do the job, why bother? Why waste your time?
Yep.
No.
So
it was great. It was nice. It was good experience. Their studio is massive.
I'm jealous.
I am
it's
too.
well run. I mean,
Why? You're leaving.
Well, for the cast we're going to do for Seinfeld.
Anyway.
Yeah, it was really a scouting venture for our Seinfeld podcast, just to see what I could figure out.
Okay.
But yeah, thank you to those guys. I know they do listen sometimes, but and I already thanked them afterwards. But to Dave, Barry, and Ed, just very, very open with their time, and I can't thank them enough for pushing out the Fa King. I got some great feedback on that. It hit right away. You guys saw it. Parishioners group was starting.
Oh yeah.
Supposed
within seconds of the show starting, I think 2 of the parishioners already put up pictures of.
And I had no idea when they did that. I was just staring, and I was looking at Dave when Barry was talking, because you could hear at the end of the clip Dave was just laughing, and he was literally like laughing, tapping Steve on the shoulder, Phil on the shoulder, like, that's cool, right? And I didn't know they zoomed in.
Yeah,
I had no idea they zoomed in until I watched it. I think Monday. When I got back home. So yeah, it was good. It was a good trip. I highly recommend anybody else that's in the area, if you're ever close by, 100% go up, and everybody will help you out. Like, you'll feel at home. It's the way a lounge should be.
That's awesome.
Well, this episode is brought to you by Two Guys Cigar Smoke Shop. We have multiple locations up there in NH. Not going to say the state, because we've learned that. But anyway.
Well, I talked to Barry afterwards, and let's keep going and promoting them, because they need it.
Yeah, I know, right? Yeah.
This is the way for them to get listeners. Talk about it in the cigar pulpit, and just because shit rolls uphill.
Exactly. I'll be damned. Anyway,
but Barry was very, very kind. Had kind words to say about the coffee too. He had the whiskey blend, the whiskey barrel aged, I should say.
Mm-hmm.
And,
ooh, that's a good one.
And the lounge blend. And lounge coffee. He said the whiskey barrel, he liked the flavor of it. It wasn't his speed, he said, but the lounge coffee, he goes, that was rocket fuel. He goes, it was awesome. It was amazing. And he said he agreed with me. Hey guys, how are you? Just turned 13. He agreed with me when I said, it was developed to and blended to go with any strength cigar. He goes, I 100% agree with that. So it was a nice endorsement to have from Barry, and I'm glad they enjoyed it.
Very cool.
Very cool.
Yeah. So what are you getting on the cigar?
I was just about to say, so now that we're talking about cigars again, so what are we getting on the Mark Twain Riverboat here? Jeff?
I hate to say this. I'm getting cigar. My palate, I have blown my palate out. It's good, though.
This is puberty central right now. I
Yeah.
cracked, you cracked. What is going on here?
Gervais's balls are dropping. Oh,
So
Nick is in a cloud right now.
The Retro's got a little bit of spice.
I say the Retro's got some kick to it. It's got a little spice to it. The cigar itself, I mean, it's not bad. Look, big caveat. I just want to put this out there. Jeff and I are sitting out in my driveway. It's kind of humid tonight.
It is, and the smoke is lingering.
Are you having issues with keeping it lit?
I am having a little burn issue, and yeah, I think that's
I think
a problem.
the humidity in the air is causing a little bit of moisture to where it's just it's causing a little
It's
bit.
not like what they're dealing with on the
burn
East Coast
issue.
right now from the remnants of the hurricane, but it is humid.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, it's not humid here, and I've been talking most of the show. I've been taking over. I'm pulling a Phil Zangy right now.
Yeah, I know, right?
And I don't have a hell of a story like he does, but yeah. So I'm pretty lit still, and that's the thing with the cigar is it's a smooth cigar in my opinion. I think the flavors, the flavors change every time it goes from that barber pole sort of.
Well, and
aspect.
I'm in the Maduro portion.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just starting to creep.
What
to
the hell are you two talking about? I'm going to point something out. It twirls around.
Saying, right?
Well, look,
Right.
if you look
But I
at
think
my
there's
burn
more
line,
on one
it's
side.
fully in.
Yeah.
How?
I mean, it's in the
Rotate
Maduro.
your cigar.
Okay, well, maybe slightly. it's in the majority of the
I
Maduro
was going to
portion.
give
Nick, you gotta
Gervais
get
a
rid of this
pass
guy.
on that.
You gotta
I
get
know.
rid of this
I'm
guy.
like, what the fuck are you talking about?
He's calling us out. This is
No,
no,
he's
this
just
is no
such
good
an
for the
asshole.
show.
I mean,
This is no good for the show.
This is bullshit. Where did you get that apple?
Gervais gave it to me.
You son of a bitch!
We have technology
I was
beyond
gonna say
UFOs.
I was gonna say, what the hell? Speaking of which, I watched.
You guys got to give me the credit. I played the long game
You
on that
did
show.
play the long game on that. That's true.
Man, you're really going out on a high note here.
Damn straight. Well,
Well-
they talked on the Star Trek movie. That's why they had Kirk
You
eat the
just
apple.
dropped that high note.
They had
just
Kirk
dropped that.
eat the apple when he was defeating the Kobayashi Maru. Because you look arrogant when you eat an apple.
You do look arrogant eating an apple.
Yeah.
That's true. You do.
So that's why I grabbed one.
Okay. So speaking of
So many arrogant looking kids out there.
speaking of UFOs, I watched The Unacknowledged.
Yes, that was the first one.
That was
You
the first one.
talked about that, right?
I have not watched the second one yet. I started to watch it, and I was not. I was exhausted.
It's
and
a little slow.
I was
to
I was
start.
exhausted, and I started falling asleep, and so I just
Mm-hmm.
haven't gone back to it yet. But The Unacknowledged was really good.
Mm-hmm.
And guys, it's on Amazon Prime, and basically it just kind of details to you how the government's been totally hiding UFOs from us forever.
I've been telling you this for years.
Yeah, but I don't listen to you.
God damn it.
But
Yeah, it was good. The second one really kind of goes into more of a, it's sort of the transcendental meditation side of things, where it's really just
MK Ultra. MK Ultra.
I don't know what that is.
Oh, you need to
oh,
look
yeah,
that
look
up.
up MK Ultra.
Mhm.
Okay. Well,
But anyway.
it was more of the space and like just being that we're really more connected with them or not. Some of it, to be honest, is a little. But
Did you ever watch
yeah.
the movie the what is it? The Men That Speak with Goats.
Stare at goats.
No, the Men That Stare at Goats.
No. Nope.
Dude, you got to watch that.
Okay.
That'll explain
Same.
so much.
But anyway, well, you
So, yeah.
seem to be pretty shaken from Close Encounters of the Fifth Kind. I couldn't tell if
Yeah.
those were sarcastic or serious texts, but
Or drunk texts,
or drunk
yeah.
texts. Yeah, exactly. Well, I figured they weren't drunk texts because you weren't asking me what I was wearing and things
I wasn't.
like that.
It didn't start off with you up.
Nick, you wearing your kilt.
Exactly. And just be like, you got that kilt on?
Burn it.
Yeah, I want some up kilt shots.
Oh, nobody. Let me go on record. No one wants that.
Nope.
I mean,
No.
Oh God, no, no,
Oh,
no.
God.
Let's not turn there. But it kind of opens your mind a little bit. Like, first of all, I think we're naive to think that we're the only people.
Oh, totally.
Or the only
Exactly.
beings in this universe. And there's
It's
way more
vain.
universes out
It's
there.
not even naive. It's vain. It's
Let-
incredibly
yeah.
vain.
Let me
to
come
think
at this
that-
for a second.
It's
from a
wild. But
religious.
they're here to help us. Let me just tell you this. They're here to help us. They're not coming to hurt or harm us, and that's why you see them all supposedly at nuclear weaponry sites where they're stopping nuclear missiles from, even test missiles from going off. They're just stopping midair, and they're saying that these UFOs are actually doing that because they're like, what is wrong with you people? You have this amazing planet, and you're here just messing with each other and just screwing it up.
Yeah.
I know I sound like a lunatic, but I mean, I think it's really cool to just kind of open your mind and look at that. Now, do I think they're coming? Hey, all I know is this: if they are coming and they're here to help us, like, why haven't they taken us over by now?
Uh-huh.
Maybe they are ready to help us. The way the things are going right now, they better hurry the fuck up. That's all I gotta say. The way the world is now,
We're about to spin apart at the seams. Yeah.
pretty close.
Yeah.
Yeah, in all aspects. But sorry to interrupt. But go ahead. Tell me
I
what
don't
you
even
said.
know what I was talking about.
Good. That's the Nick. It works.
So, now, in terms of other documentaries, because you and I always seem to devolve into that, I don't know if you've watched anything good this month, but I've seen 2 items on Netflix that I think you'd be interested in. They're both, if you just search for Untold, they're both under that category. One of them is Malice at the Palace.
I watched it.
What'd you think of that? I thought that was awesome.
Loved it.
It's all
Loved
about
it.
this brawl that took place between the Indiana Pacers and the Detroit Pistons in, what was that, 2004? I think. It was Reggie Miller's last
Didn't you say
year.
the fans even got in on it?
Well,
It was the fans. It wasn't. It was
well,
the fans.
That was
and-
the fans are what started it,
and the
basically,
Pacers,
and
yeah.
then Ron Artest ran up and started fighting with fans, and it just kind of devolved from there. And next thing you know, you had chairs flying and all kinds of wacky.
It was
shit.
crazy.
So, and it was bad. And people were, there were charges filed against some folks and whatever else, and it resulted in, what did they say, like the biggest suspension thrown down on players by the NBA and everything.
It was wild.
Yeah.
It was just so
it was
crazy.
crazy.
It was right around the time Ron Artest was absolutely bananas to begin with, so it really didn't help. But to his defense, he was really just kind of defending himself because it was the fans that started it.
The one fan
They
threw the
shouldn't
beer.
be doing that.
He probably should
That
not have
guy.
He probably should not have gone up in the crowd to attack the fan that threw the beer.
No, I agree.
But then from there, take that out of the equation. From there were plenty of fans that were picking fights, like that one guy that went down on the court and was ready to fight him and everything.
Clown, yeah.
I mean, that dude, he had everything coming to him that he got. So
Did he just get the beating of a lifetime?
Oh, Ron Artest.
No, he got lucky.
Ron Artest.
Because
Yeah.
he tried to punch him, but then Jermaine O'Neal came in.
And
And if Jermaine O'Neal didn't slip,
He
that
slipped
guy
on the
probably would
hardwood.
have no head.
And he came from far away, that if he would not have slipped and lost his footing and would have actually connected with that punch, that dude probably would have died.
Wow.
It was going
he
to be
wound up from half court.
it was going to be a hell of a punch.
Was it one of those like in the cartoons where you see the legs making the
Practically, and then
motion?
and you saw that that 1 foot just go forward too far, and that other knee hit the
He's probably
the
slipped
hardwood.
on the beer.
And potentially,
brutal.
Yeah.
but yeah. But
the
anyway.
investigation behind that was crazy. But yeah, that was a good one.
That was the one, Malice at the Palace, and the other one was Crimes and Penalties, all about the Thrashers in New Jersey.
Didn't see it.
Oh, dude, you got to see this. So the Thrashers was a so there's the NHL, and then there's a bunch of minor league things, and this was in one of those minor leagues, and basically there's the gangster James. Oh shit! What was his name?
You're not talking about
Gigante.
Oh,
And
Sam.
no, James.
Okay.
And he,
Untold Crime Film. Got it.
and so he was basically the real life Tony Soprano. He had the truck, the garbage company, and everything like that going on. And he basically paid to create an expansion team within this minor league hockey thing for this area, and he gave it to his 17-year-old son to run. So his 17-year-old son, whose name is AJ, by the way, is running this thing, and he's like the president and CEO. Dude, he like brought in all these players, and they became the bad boys of hockey. So they're like beating the piss out of people. I mean, they're having like 8 or 9 fights in a game. You know, it's just going
a whole
crazy.
line of enforcers.
It was crazy. Well,
did you see it, Jeff?
No.
At the same time, his dad is using this as like, you know, a money laundering thing. Mm-hmm. And so like the FBI is investigating it all. And you kind of learn, I mean, it goes from there. Dude, it was really interesting though.
Yeah, just that's cool. I'll watch
it was really neat. I liked it a lot. So
nice. Jeff, you watch any?
Yes, actually I have. And it's going to be a little heavy to talk about, so I apologize. But I've been watching, and I'm going to get the name of it wrong. Look it up if you don't mind, Gervais, while we're talking here. Mm-hmm. It's on Netflix. It's 9/11. It's either A Day in America. I think it's A Day in America or A Day in American Life. But it is
Turning Point.
No, it's 9/11 and then An American Day or A Day in America. I can't remember which it is.
Huh. I go to Netflix and the first thing I see is Top Secret UFO Projects Declassified.
Also good. Completely different.
Actually, that was kind of boring. I'm not going to lie to you.
Not Turning Point, 9/11, and the War on Terror?
That's it. No, that's not it.
That's what I thought it was. That's all.
That's the one that's like trending on Netflix.
Oh, A Day That Changed the World is not. It's at the bottom, but it's not showing up on Netflix. You sure that's what it was?
I'm pretty sure.
Jeff, you're really going down.
I'm pretty
on your
sure.
Last day, you were up there. Man.
I was going to say, man, what the hell is wrong with you? What is this?
Well, there's one that Turning Point, 9/11, and the War on Terror.
No, it's 9/11, and it's either An American Day or A Day in America, and I can't think of the name of it.
Well, we'll find it.
It's brand new. It's all, and I've only seen the first 2 episodes of it, but I plan to finish it all this weekend.
Hulu. That's Hulu then.
Maybe it's Hulu. Look, see if it's on Hulu.
For God's sakes, you can't even get the streaming thing right, dude.
I don't know.
I mean, you know,
because I just saw something
if you're
recently,
gonna bring
and I was
this
like,
together,
that looks good.
Yeah, look it up. Maybe it's on Hulu.
If you're gonna,
One Day in America.
There,
on Hulu.
that's it.
It's a National Geographic
dude.
thing, so.
It is incredible, and we're 20 years after the fact, okay, and I have learned so much from the first 2 episodes of this that I did not know. And but I'll just say this real quick, and 9/11 happened. The next day I started working out, and a year and a day later I enlisted in the U.S. Air Force in the reserves. And, it was a year of losing weight and getting in shape and all that stuff. And, I wasn't in for long. I was 13 months. I mean, I was barely in. I'd never deployed. I didn't do anything. But I have a huge respect for the people that did. And it takes me back to that mindset, just watching it, that I had that night, that resolve that I had. I was going to change things, and I was going to step up and get involved, Mm-hmm. And it, like, there's this part in there, I think it was in the first episode, where it shows this helicopter. It was a special services helicopter, I guess, with either the fire department or the police department. I don't remember which. And they took off, and they flew and tried to land on the roof of the buildings, because in 93 they had actually removed people via the roof when they had the bombing in 93.
Yep.
So they come up there, and they can't find anywhere to land on the one building. It's just inundated in smoke. They find a place on the other building where they could land, but they fly around for a while, and they realize there's nobody up here. So there was no one to rescue. So they fly back and kind of drop down the side of the building, and people are standing, waving at them, waving shirts at them, anything they could, like white flags, anything they could get to try to draw their attention. And they had no way to get to them. They said they were looking eyeball to eyeball to these people from, just a very short distance away from the building. And there was nothing they could do.
Sad. Yeah, I was obsessed with the 9/11 docs for a while, probably about 10 years ago, just watching almost everything that came out. And it's sad, man.
The best one ever is, I think, the one that aired on CBS, where you had the 2 French filmmakers that were embedded with the fire department. And they were there doing a documentary on the fire department. And the one guy ends up on the lead truck because they were investigating a gas leak
cover or something. Yeah.
And he
That's
actually
how they got the first plane, right?
Got the footage of the first plane hitting. As it came over, he pans up and you see it hit the building.
Wow.
And they use in that Was that on Netflix or was it on Hulu? Which one did you?
Hulu.
I don't remember.
Okay, whichever one.
It was Hulu.
Okay, so it's on Hulu. And they use a ton of that footage in this documentary and repurpose it.
Cool.
And it's just incredible.
It's literally the best, because it is the best firsthand experience of that, I think, from what I've seen, is those two French guys. And I that sucks. I wish I could remember their names to give them the credit. But, I mean, people would know. Like, that video that we all know of the first plane, that's from those guys you're talking about. Yeah. And it's pure luck. Luck.
Now, here's the thing that I take away from it as a journalist. Because Nick and I know we've been involved in a lot of, police action, fires, things like that we've covered over time. And the fact that they gave this guy access, he was able to go in, like he was inside the tower at the command post.
Wow.
And he's videotaping all these people, and no one, told him to get out or anything. And luckily he was there with the battalion chief, Pfeiffer.
Yeah.
And, so he had unfettered access to this. Now, his brother was at the station when it happened, and he works his way down, and they keep throwing him out, from different checkpoints, and, they had the area cordoned off, and he keeps probing, trying to get in like a good journalist would, and, gets a lot of good footage from outside the building and what was going on the streets, and it all really tied together incredibly well.
The cool story behind that was with the brothers is that, I don't want to call it cool, but nice endings. It was tense watching that documentary when they were separated. They weren't together, and they had no idea where each one was.
Yeah.
And then they finally met up at the firehouse, and that was a nice moment to see. And it's rough to watch those just because we lived it. It's hard. I got a friend that won't watch any documentaries about tragedies and stuff that happened during the time he's alive.
Yeah.
Very smart guy, very well educated, politically educated as well, and he won't watch that stuff because he's like, I lived it. He's like, I was around during. It's just a weird thing for him. But yeah, those are things. Yeah, but I want to see it. I mean, I want to know because I want to tell my kid about it. I want to be able to understand that, because that's one regret I have is not asking my grandfather, my great uncles questions about their time. I'm lucky enough that I did a high school project about my great uncle who was at D-Day, and I have a whole paper on it from high school. So it was really, really cool pictures and all that kind of stuff. So I just kind of want to see, I want to know this stuff to pass along. I think it's
well, exactly, and we're losing so much history every day.
Absolutely,
and now we're losing history from the people that have been involved since 9/11. So I do want to point out, it's Jules Clement. I believe it's Naudet. Naudet. How would you pronounce that? Naudet. And his brother Thomas Gideon Naudet. And they were the filmmakers that shot that footage we were talking about on 9/11.
As a French Canadian, I apologize for not knowing Gervais. I'm sorry to not
Jules
know
and
that,
Gideon.
So.
Yep. But and like I said, the access they had just as a journalist amazes me.
That's a good one. Nick, bring us up with something, or do you want me to bring you up with something? Bring us back. I mean, we just fucking lost everybody.
Oh no, we just went way down the rabbit hole of 9/11.
Well, and guys, we have to acknowledge it. It's the anniversary weekend coming up next weekend. It is.
Yeah, it is.
I was saying not this weekend.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is this gives people a week to be able to watch this documentary.
This is Labor Day weekend.
Well, no, you're missing one. I'm saying it gives people time to see it before the anniversary.
Yes.
Like, you're going to have to take some time and watch this because it's multiple episodes.
Okay. All right.
What else? What do we got here?
Jeff, you almost died today. Why don't you talk about that?
Oh, God. Let's do our cigars. And then I'll tell you about my asshole puckering up.
Okay,
hold on. We're going from 9/11 to Jeff almost dying. We need to pick them.
Oh, no.
Is that a pickup?
It's kind of funny.
Okay, all right.
No, it's not funny at all. It was very frightening.
Because I got two actually good docs that I saw.
Okay, we'll cut this. You talk about
I'm not
the
cutting
docs.
anything.
That's good to have.
I'm not cutting a goddamn thing. So, all right. So, yeah. Well, let's.
This is real.
Let's circle on the cigar. We can find out what docs he's got. Then we'll talk about you dying, and then we'll do more stuff.
I know something you'll cut.
The cheese.
I'm gonna. God damn it, dude!
Was that a mosquito?
fucking asshole.
Nick just accosted me on the show.
Dude, we've been going this whole time. I didn't have anything to fucking cut until now, you son of a bitch.
It was pretty clean. It was pretty clean. Hey, you know who does? You know what? You know who doesn't cut anything? The Cigar Authority.
Yeah, I know.
You son of a bitch. We can't go live. You've seen some of the stuff we get into.
And then it was born.
Anyway.
I need your lighter, champion.
Anyway, what are we getting on the cigar here? I mean...
I'm still getting really smooth. I'm getting an impeccable burn.
I was going to say, my burn line is really good. For the humidity and everything.
Mine's evened out. It was bad in the beginning. I admit that.
Mine was at a nice angle earlier. It has
you guys
evened out.
See mine.
That's good.
It's fantastic. I haven't touched it up once. Yeah.
Yeah.
And the retro still gives me the peppery, little spicy kick. I shouldn't say. I would say it's more of a pepper on this one than a spice.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
More of
which I like.
Ended up kind
pepper ram
swallowing some of that.
It does.
Actually.
It's nice, right? But it's nice. It's not. To Nick, it's overwhelming.
I was getting more spicy earlier, and now it's flat pepper.
My problem is not that it's bad; it's that I accidentally just swallowed some of it instead of actually retrohaling.
There's always an excuse, Jeff. There's always an excuse. But anyways,
I'd like to point out, I cleansed my palate with a Bacardi rum punch. It's a real rum cocktail.
Did you get a new sponsor?
From the fine folks at Bacardi.
What are you better dealing, King? What's going on?
I'm just saying, if the fine folks at Bacardi would like to sponsor, you can reach out through nick@cigarpulpit.com. I've been drinking a lot of Bacardi rum punch lately, and let me tell you, it's been tasty.
Apparently taking the edge off because he's all sing-songy now after he punched me.
Punch you again if you keep this shit up. Anyway.
Jeff, what are you getting on the cigar? Because I don't think you said anything.
I'm getting cigar. I'm still trying to figure out why the hell you guys think it changes from Maduro to Connecticut, but whatever.
I'm trying to figure out.
That makes 0 sense.
It really does. I'm trying to figure out why you would blow your palate out before your last show. I just think it's crazy.
He does this every freaking time we record with you. Especially,
I had to work today.
And I'll point this out. Typically, it's on Wednesday nights.
Yes.
And so he's got the excuse of, I've been driving all day doing my deliveries, blah, 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 blah. I mean,
I was doing deliveries today.
Oh, okay. Well, why didn't you do them yesterday? Or you did?
I did a lot of deliveries yesterday, and then I had more to do today. And I had an interview for a new sales rep for the radio station. I had a lot going on. But I got a lot done, and I'm happy about that. So, I take my newspapers over to Cutler, Illinois.
Oh, sorry. We'll just blow me off. So that's fine.
He was going to talk about his 2 documentaries.
We're not done with the documentaries.
Oh my God! I want to tell my story.
Well, you can tell it.
I nearly died.
We'll get to that in a minute.
I really did, actually.
It took as much time as 9/11 lasted to tell us about that.
Oh my God! Do you realize? And I didn't know this, and it seemed much longer. The time in between the 2 planes hitting the 2 towers is only like 17 minutes.
It's not long at all.
No, but it seemed like an eternity when you're sitting there watching it, and then you see that anyway.
See, I didn't.
You'll like the 9/11 podcast out there. It's actually called "Missing on 9/11." It's about a woman who went missing on September 10th, and they never found her body, never found anything. They have no idea where she ended up. But
really?
They talk about 9/11, like all the possibilities. And the last episode, they play these FBI agents were doing an undercover sting. They had an informant out meeting with somebody at the restaurant at the World Trade Centers. I forget which one it was, but they were there, and everything is on tape. The whole thing is on audio.
Oh my
God!
God!
It's pretty wild. Like you can hear both planes hitting, all that.
What's the name of the podcast?
Missing on 9/11, I think.
Okay.
So
I'll have to look that up.
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
the story's cool. You guys, as journalists, actually would probably enjoy it. But yeah, so I'll give you 3 like quick rundowns because I forgot about one. First one, fun one, Screwball.
Okay.
All about the steroid stuff and the guy who actually supplied it.
Like with McGuire and Sosa and all that.
Nope. Later on with like the Mitchell Report stuff, like so A-Rod. Manny Ramirez, one of my favorite guys ever. The guy who supplied it. It's so cool because it's fucking hilarious because they used kids to reenact the scenes and they play these older adults. It's really entertaining to watch.
That.
That's a deep
it was
twist.
really cool. It was really cool to watch.
You should do that with
this
like
young kid looking like A-Rod. It's really funny.
They should do that with like true crime, like mafia ones.
That would be.
I want to see
that's
like
good.
some 12-year-old whack another 12-year-old or
I
something.
think there was a movie like that one time where it was kids and they had the Tommy guns and everything. God, I wish I could think of what it was.
I don't know. I'd be entertained by that. But anyway.
So another one was it was The $1 Million Man.
Steve Austin?
Ted DiBiase.
No, Ted DiBiase. His documentary.
Oh, he's the $6 million man.
Very interesting.
I didn't know there was a documentary out about Ted DiBiase.
Yeah, it's on Prime, I believe.
Okay.
And
I used to love watching him wrestle.
I don't know if it's called.
I met him in grade school.
Did
actually.
you really?
I did.
Oh, yeah?
Ted DiBiase came to my class in grade school because one of the girls in my class, her dad was a pastor, and Ted DiBiase is
He became one.
He's very religious, and he was very involved in the church that this girl's dad was a pastor in. And so Ted DiBiase, he still comes to that church periodically.
Yep.
But yeah, he was very, very into that religion, and so she had him come to class. So no, I met Ted DiBiase back in the day.
Nice. Yeah, it's a cool doc, and it touches on his religion and stuff, and his kids like confronting him about all the bullshit he pulled. But it's a good doc to watch. And then in general, the show it's on HBO Max. How It Really Happened. There's like 5 seasons. The episodes are like 45 to 55 minutes long. They go over everything, like the OJ case, Michael Jordan's father's murder. I just watched the one on the Oklahoma City bombing, which blew my mind because, I was alive during it. I knew old enough to understand it, but I just never really dove into it. You get the details. It's like, holy shit. That guy basically could have blew up the whole goddamn city. Like the whole neighborhood, the whole block was rattled from it. They've got stuff like that. They got, Nicole, Anna Nicole, the story about her last days, Heath Ledger. Really cool docuseries, so to speak, with different things. So I highly recommend that as well. And that concludes the segment of documentaries brought to you by Two Guys Cigars.
The monthly documentary report. Okay,
we
Jeff.
We should do a segment.
We pretty much
Sorry,
do.
Jeff, I know we're stalling. We should do a segment where we have every month we pick a documentary that everybody's got to watch, and we can somehow get everybody's input into it.
If it was still going to be here, I'd like it.
We'll talk about it. Yeah, Jeff, I'm talking to Nick.
The only person at this point that's removing himself from all this is you. In a perfect world, you'd prove me as a total liar, and you'd just stay on, and it'd be no big deal. But whatever. So anyway, why don't you tell the fine folks your story, since you were so keen on doing so earlier? Or are you gonna
tell us how you died?
You gonna put your phone down?
I nearly died. Okay, so by the way, I got to point this out. I found the movie. It's called Bugsy Malone.
What movie?
Okay, hold on.
I think it means the one with the kids.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, there's one where it's an entire teenage cast. It's called Bugsy Malone. It was made in 1976. It's G-rated, but the whole cast is like kids, but as mafia. So, anyway, it took me a while to find that.
Okay.
I nearly died. You ready for this?
Yeah.
I've never had anything like this happen to me before, and it scared the living hell out of me today. So I'm driving around. I've just delivered some of my newspapers. I'm getting ready. I'm on my way up to do some shopping, which I never got to do because of the time suck that this created. And I was going to do that and then come over here to record with you guys. So I am coming up on this T in the road where I'm going to have to stop and turn and go left. And as I'm approaching the T, I go to put my foot on the brakes, and the pedal drops to the floor.
Wait, what?
Meaning his brakes didn't work.
My brakes completely failed.
Holy shit.
The pedal goes to the floor, and at that point, if I had a piece of coal in my ass, which I do on most days, but if I'd had a piece of coal in my ass, I'd have made a diamond. Because I am like, holy fuck, I'm going to die. And I start just stomping on the brakes, and I finally start pumping them enough that I get a little braking action, and I come to a stop into the intersection, but I was able to get it stopped. Well, then I'm like, well, what do I do? Because I can't take this anywhere. It's our delivery vehicle that I own for the newspaper. So I decided I'm not that far, from Pinckneyville. I'm just going to limp this thing home. And I literally probably broke several laws. I limped that thing home at like 10, 15 miles an hour for about 6 miles. And drove.
What do you mean you limped it home?
I just drove at 10 miles an hour all the way home because I could stop it at 10 miles an hour. But if I was going 55, I couldn't get back on the highway. So what I did is I jumped on. I know, I grew up down there. I know the back roads, and I jumped on the back road between Pinckneyville and Cutler, and literally just limped the thing home and parked it at the the car repair place, and they're going to come out and work on it tomorrow. So they come out and look at it. And I have brake fluid just sprayed all down the side of the car and all over the tire. It was a whole thing. So I'm assuming somebody cut my brake line.
Get the fuck out of here. You think somebody's out to get
Nick? There's actually enough people that totally dislike Jeff that I could see that somebody would have decided to cut
People
his brake
take
line.
great offense to you writing stories about them.
Jeff has motherfucked a lot of people over the years.
But rightfully so.
I'm not.
Screwing around
I mean, let's be real. I'm not saying they didn't deserve it, but I'm just saying that
they may have taken offense.
They don't like their transgressions put on the front page.
Then
of
don't
newspaper.
transgress.
Don't do them. Yeah,
exactly.
Thank you.
Don't waste taxpayer money. And
that
I
was
won't
so
grind
funny
on
to
you.
look at, by the way, because Jeff got real animated when it's like, then don't do it. He get the wide eyes. And then I just casually, real quickly, glanced down at Nick, and Nick's like the same look, just the wide eyes, the whole then don't do it. And
Don't
it's like,
do it.
It's like, wow, both of you at the same time just got really animated.
Yeah.
Yeah, seriously. Stop fucking. Yeah.
No, I'm sure it's just
Don't be an idiot.
It's a pinhole in one of the lines or something, or the line came loose. But you never know.
Well, that was not nearly as
Well, I'm
thrilling.
glad you're alive, Jeff.
I nearly died.
I mean, it was.
Jeff, I'm
It
glad
wasn't
you're alive.
thrilling.
Well,
I nearly died.
You didn't play it up like I would have thought. You kind of
No, it doesn't matter. I'm
kinda
just glad he's
softballed it.
here.
I want to
I'm
get
glad
back
he's
to
here
my
for his
apple.
last- I'm glad he's here for his last show.
I know. That's true. I mean, I don't want the guy dead. I'll say that much.
No.
Did you cut my brake line?
I did not. I just said I.
He is really bitter about this.
I didn't want you dead. So why
Nick
would
thought-
I? Why would I cut
Nick
your
thought
brake
we
line?
weren't going to have any content for today's show, so
Yeah.
he cut your brake line.
He would have been the Gator Memorial episode.
Here, he'll want to talk about this slit. Yeah.
Oh, good. Remember when Gator died? Thought it was great.
The thing is, he's just mad because he knows we're going to start up the Seinfeld cast.
He is pretty pissed about that.
I'm a little bitter.
Did you really not know we were doing that?
No.
I thought we told you.
Nah, you guys aren't doing shit.
I don't know if we're doing 3 or 4. I say 4 episodes a week, but we'll
I've been
do it
pushing
all in
for
one
4
day.
because I think we need
We'll
to get
do
it
all in
done.
one day. It'd be good. It'd be real good. We'll have Julia Louis-Dreyfus on.
Oh, I'm all in. I love her.
We could do it.
Guess what, motherfucker?
Well, it's time for 3 cigars that we smoked and enjoyed this week.
I forgot about that
I was to
motherfucker.
say.
Love it.
I don't know if I have a list of my sticks.
Well, that's going to be a problem for you, Jeff, because it's that time for you to actually
Do you ever
step
have a
up
list
and name
of them,
off some of the
I did
cigars.
last time, actually.
So,
I actually did.
I'm going to Instagram because I was smoking too much stuff. I'll start off. I mean, the Perdomo original Firecracker was the cigar that I smoked. I'll even say, shit, my 3 cigars. Let's just kill the suspense here. My 3 cigars, Nick, the Perdomo Firecracker, the new one,
okay.
and then all 3 of Phil Zengi's new Indian motorcycle. Sorry, Jeff, you okay?
No, he's choking on his apple.
I
you want me
didn't
to
eat
restart
the apple.
Edit.
Oh, no, I'm leaving
No,
that in.
all 3 of Phil Zengi's new lines with the Indian motorcycle, the Habano, the Maduro, and I believe the Natural, all 3 of those. So those are my 4 cigars for the week. All of them fantastic. I highly recommend them all. So, yeah, I don't know if you can get. Did you see the Firecracker was re-released this week? But
I did. It came out Monday morning, and I didn't buy any, so I
didn't try to.
I didn't try, and I'll be honest, I don't know if they're still available or not. I kind of doubt it, but
no. I asked Dave what their run was. He told me I won't say unless because I don't know if he wants it out there. But if the run,
sold
the
out.
number, they had to have sold out.
Yeah.
There's no way they didn't. Yeah.
Gotcha.
So I'm done.
Okay.
That was quick. I like it.
You want to go?
It was efficient. Yeah, I had a Project 40 Alec Bradley. I had it still sitting in the
Connecticut.
humidor. Yeah, it's one of that experimental series. It was good.
Yeah.
Very good cigar.
Well, there you go. I tried the Casa Cuevas Patrimonio this week. Good cigar. I mean, it was a little lighter in body, a little lighter in flavor than I kind of expected. But, all in all, it wasn't a bad smoke. I enjoyed it.
There you go. I had a Don Rafael Nicaragua.
Oh, look at you.
I know, right? I did some deep diving. I was running out of my budget sticks, and I did a deep dive in the humidor.
Okay. There's nothing wrong with that. So
cigars are okay.
Well, yeah, exactly. As long as, they're okay.
Well, yeah, I mean...
You must have a big humidor, Jeff.
I want it. I want it over at the Hill Cigar Company in St. Louis. So
he has no idea. You just guys see that plane just go right over his head with the joke over it?
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to eat my apple.
I thought he was going to say eat his ass. I was like, wait, what?
Wait, what?
I don't know. It just kind of came to mind immediately. It's like, I'm going to eat my ass. And I'm like, oh, God. It's
why
like,
would that come to your mind?
I don't know.
I just don't understand.
Anyway, my second one is from the fine folks over at Jerry Tobacco. I had the Aladino Vintage Selection in the Elegante or Lancero size.
Ooh, the Elegante.
I am not a Lancero guy. I keep saying this, but let me tell you, that Vintage Selection in the Lancero, fantastic cigar.
There you go.
Hey, real quick, Jeff, to interrupt you, just quick,
please.
While you're doing that, shout out to your sponsor, Jerry. While I was at Two Guys, I did have a Corojo Reserve.
Dude, right?
phenomenal.
Isn't it good?
Oh, my God. It was it was a punch in the face, too, but it was such a good punch, like a love tap.
Have you tried the Cameroon?
Oh, yeah. I've had the Cameroon.
I sent him some Cameroon.
Yep.
Oh, okay.
I had Nick get me some.
Way back when it first
incredible.
came out.
Yeah, those are good. Yep.
Well, okay, so I'm going to talk about, I believe, the brother here. I had a Roa 20 series.
Oh, okay.
Look at that, the red band.
Yep.
Nice cigar.
That's kind of a darker cigar for you.
It is. I don't know if it was a Maduro or Habano, but very, very good cigar.
Okay. Well, my last one here is one that came from a box of cigars that I actually purchased from My Monthly Cigars.
Oh, there you
go. It is a CAO Consigliere. I bought those. When did I buy those from you, Nick? It might have been about a year ago, I guess.
At least.
Yeah, 8 to 12 months ago.
And I still am sitting on half of that box, and so I've been slowly parsing them out, and I got one out the other night, and I don't know if it was just like the clouds parted and everything came together. That was like the perfect smoke. It smoked beautifully. The draw was perfect. The burn line was perfect. The smoke production on it was perfect. That's one of those cigars that I found that you have to smoke a little slower than other cigars, and I don't know if my smoking speed just was on point for it or what, but I had the perfect smoking experience with that cigar the other night.
Oh, that's awesome.
Make sure you save something for next month.
Oh, dude, I've got plenty for next month.
Okay.
And let me tell you,
when the movie comes out.
Oh, I'm gonna be marathoning the hell out of that movie over and over and over.
Oh, that's
Although
right.
the first time I go to see it, we're talking about the Many Saints of Newark.
Yeah,
for everybody.
What do you mean you're going to see it? It's going to be on.
It's going to be in theaters and on HBO. But I think I'm going to try and go and see it in theaters first, just to get that full immersion experience, and then I'll just marathon it a whole bunch of times on HBO. After that.
You're opposite of me. I can't remember the last movie I saw in the theater.
Shang-Chi, The Legend of the Ten Rings, actually comes out today, the day this episode drops, and newest Marvel movie, and that's only in theaters. So I will be going to see that sometime this week.
I was siding with, what's her name, that sued Disney?
Scarlett Johansson.
I was siding with Scarlett Johansson, and I actually went and saw her movie in the theater. What was it? I don't even remember what it was.
Black Widow.
Nothing's clicking in my brain after that near-death experience today.
Black Widow.
Yeah. I went to see that in the theater.
I like how he's blaming the near-death experience for his...
He's got a lot going on.
Lack
He's
of
waiting
attention.
for his 1099.
Yeah, right?
Show.
See, Gervais gets it.
I do. I understand. That apple's killing you.
I stole it from Nick's, and it's not very good. I was planning to eat it the whole show, and I'm like, nah, I don't want this.
I bought a bag of them at Target. I don't know how good they are.
Yeah, they're not. They're like a baking apple.
Is it?
Yeah, they're not like a
sweet?
eaten apple. No.
Okay.
Not even tart. Just solid. Just a firm piece of fruit.
Well, at least it's still firm.
Yes.
It's been a while. It's actually been like a week and a half since I bought those, so kind of wondered at some point when they're going to start going soft on me.
Probably full of GMOs. They may never go bad. You never know. Yeah.
Possible.
I don't know about you guys, but I'm enjoying this the Mark Twain, the Riverboat. But one of the things I do like about the show every Friday is our buddy Broccoli. I'm a big Rob.
Rob. Final third.
I'm excited to hear what he has
Final
to smoke
third cigar.
this week.
I was going to
Are
say,
we going to hear from him?
It is time for Final Third Friday with our man, Broccoli Rob.
It's time for Final Third Friday with my man, Broccoli Rob.
Happy Friday, brothers and sisters of the leaf. This is your man, Brock, coming to you from the Final Third Cigar Deck Lounge, smoking the K by Karen Berger Maduro for the Final Third Friday Cigar of the Week. I met the folks from Karen Berger and Don Kiki Cigars at the Boutique Cigar Festival at Cedar Creek Winery a couple of weeks ago, and they were awesome people. I hadn't smoked any of their line, so I thought I'd share a review of one of the best sellers of theirs, the K by Karen Berger Maduro. This cigar is a medium-strength Nicaraguan Puro, utilizing a Nicaragua Maduro wrapper and Nicaraguan binder and fillers. I am smoking the 7x38 Lancero for this review. The construction on this cigar was a little sloppy, but held together well. The aroma on the foot was milk chocolate, and the cold draw reminded me of a Fig Newton. Upon light up, the first third has notes of cedar, leather, rich tobacco, and baker's chocolate with pepper lingering on the tongue and through the retrohale. Now the second third took an odd turn for me with notes of toasted graham and baking spices, which were nice, but the prominent note was a soapy and floral note that didn't hit my palate well. White and red pepper were present on the tongue and lingered on through the retrohale. The final third has notes of toasted cedar, bitter baking spice, and that same floral soapy note, but not as prominent in this third. The pepper is still lingering on the palate and through the retrohale. The ash held on strong, and the cigar had a good draw, burn, and smoke output throughout. I had to relight it once at the midway point, but did not have to correct the burn line at all. In the end, the K by Karen Berger Maduro did not hit all the marks for my palate, but was a good smoking experience, and I ended up giving this cigar a Final Third Cigar rating of 83. It was a good smoking experience, but some of the flavor notes didn't jive with my palate. If you're in the central Indiana area, I'd love to meet you and smoke a cigar with you. I have some exciting news coming very soon to Final Third Cigar, so stay tuned. You can follow me on Instagram at Final Third Cigar, and also check out FinalThirdCigar.com for full reviews of cigars and other cigar-related content. Have a great weekend, and remember to relax, smoke the cigars, drink the bourbon, and enjoy each cigar you smoke down to the Brock. Until next week, cheers.
Man, I love Brock.
He's a good man. He's a good man.
Is he going to make it out for the Riverman event?
Yes, he will be here.
I can't wait to see him.
Nice. Did we get through all of them?
I had my 3.
I had my 3.
And I gave you like 7, so.
And my neighbor is like speeding by.
Yeah, some little like crotch rockety like drift car.
There's a couple of guys up the street that either drive those kind of like, Fast and Furious cars, or they drive those really, really loud giant pickup trucks.
Yes.
And they go
a giant fuck off pickup.
They go by at all times of day and night. So
always
cool
fun.
Guys.
Well, we've
have you ever
the
seen
neighbor.
that South Park?
What?
Have you seen the South Park with all the motorcycles? The guys with the motorcycles.
Oh yeah.
I'm not gonna say what they call them. It's
yeah,
not
I know exactly what you're talking about. Though.
Oh, so funny.
No, we've got a neighbor that every night goes out at like 11:30 at night and fires up his giant fuck off diesel and lets it idle for a half hour before he goes to work. And Kristen wants to go over and set it on fire. Like it wakes everybody in the house up.
Kristen cut your brake line.
Well, yeah. You never know, man.
Dun, dun. 2020 Friday or whatever it is.
Dun, dun, dun.
Yeah, you never know.
Ooh.
Shoot, for that matter, it might have been my kid.
I mean, that's the problem. The list of suspects is very long.
Yeah. Oh, Addie would want to take me out. That kid hates me.
It's more who isn't on the list than who is on the list.
I think Gervais has got my back, and he's too far away to have cut it.
I got your back. I'm not flying up there just to cut your brake line. I'd pay somebody to do it. Wait a minute, did I? Oh, God,
that sounds like almost like an admission.
It does, actually.
Now he's on the list. Hey, speaking of shows, I don't know if either one of you guys have watched it along these lines of, who may have done it and everything. But
I feel like I know exactly where you're going with
Only
this.
Murders in the Building.
Yes!
On Hulu.
I just watched
it's got Martin Short and Steve Martin. There's 3 episodes out right now.
You can't tell me I haven't got to see it yet.
Dude.
And it's on the list.
It's so good. I'm digging it.
It's on the list.
I'll watch anything with those guys. 2 geniuses.
Oh, totally. They're a little subdued.
But it's perfect. Like that's why they're so smart. Like
yeah,
I saw them in concert in St. Louis.
I know.
Last year, and it was so good. Yeah,
I know. I remember.
Yeah,
you took
like best friends.
Took Kristen and like everybody to that show, if I remember.
Yeah, it kind of did actually. Now that I think about it, that was a lot of fun.
But super good show. I've been really digging that. I watched that, and then I watched Vacation Friends. I watched that last night.
Oh, is that not the best?
It's on.
Don't know what that is.
It's on Hulu. It's a movie. That's a tow truck.
Hell is going on at your place?
It's a tow truck going by, but it's like towing a
like a semi,
like the front end of a semi.
Yeah, the truck,
the trailer port, or not the trailer.
Yeah,
the truck portion.
No,
anyway,
that okay. Have you seen it too? You haven't
it's
seen
on
it,
Hulu.
Gervais?
It's got John Cena in it, and then I know I've seen the other guy in a bunch of stuff, but I don't know his name.
I can't think of anybody else's name in it, but it is so good.
Basically, this couple goes on vacation.
You can't say much; you'll give it away to everybody.
Wait, what?
I don't think you can say much more than that.
I've seen the previews. It gives me. I have no desire.
Well,
you don't get it.
Here's the
You're
thing.
missing out.
It's entertaining. It's not one I would have paid to see at the movie theater, but if I'm already paying for Hulu and it's available on Hulu, it was perfect.
It's a popcorn movie.
It was a good hour and a half to sit out, have a cigar, and just kind of chill and laugh and relax in the driveway.
Can I say one thing without giving too much away? If you're going to watch the movie and you don't want me to spoil something, fast forward like 30 seconds, okay? You ready? And go. The cocaine on the margaritas was the funniest fucking thing.
Yes. They're all like, this salt doesn't taste very salty. Well, that's because it's cocaine. Oh!
Who does that? And she goes, well, we're on vacation. And he goes, it was just so absurd.
It really was.
Yeah, but it really is. I mean, it's entertaining. It was a neat movie.
I liked it.
Yeah.
Anyway. All right. Well.
Yeah, very, very good.
More movies and TV shows for everyone.
Sure.
People, if nothing else, we give people options for other entertainment venues than us.
Exactly.
Yes.
Hey, you know what? If I can, I'm just gonna chime in here. And you're right, because you guys have multiple aspects of the show. It's not just one sided, and that's why you guys aren't boring. And I mean this truthfully. I'm not just bullshitting and kissing your ass because you're not Dave Garofalo.
Because you got the authority now. What do you need that for?
He's moved up in the world. He doesn't need us anymore.
I know your heads are big enough as it is, but in talking
that's
to
what she
Dave,
said.
High five!
High five!
Woo! Very nice.
Very nice.
Very nice.
But in talking to Dave, we did talk about you guys.
What?
It was about 6 seconds. But
okay, I'll take it.
No, but we did talk about you guys because he knows I work with you guys, and he listens to the show, and
that still blows my mind. By the way,
it does.
He agrees. He agrees with me. I said, these guys have something here, and they're entertaining for more reasons, than you can even imagine. And he really likes what you guys are doing. He thinks what you're onto is something great. So just wanted to make sure you guys were aware of that. So
don't fuck it up, Gator.
I guess it's a shame I'm blowing it up.
He really says the idea is just to do 2 shows a week, and if you both can't do it, then it's over. It's just,
I'm trying. It's taking a long time, and I don't know if I'm going to have it ready for Tuesday's episode or not. But I'm trying to develop like the ultimate soundboard of
Is he not there?
Of Gator, so that, basically I can just, like, plug in, like, all the things he would normally say. It's like, so Gator, what are you getting on this cigar? Taste of notes and pecans and road fruit, and like, that kind of thing. Just find little words and clips, and I just assemble a Gator, It's like I have the technology. I can rebuild him,
Nice. I'm gonna throw out one more show before we're done with the shows. You ready?
That's fine. It looks like Nick's looking something up anyway.
I got something that's right.
Have any of you guys been watching the American Horror Story this year?
No.
Dude, you got to circle back and watch this.
Yeah.
I gave up after the first couple seasons.
No, hold on. The first season was great. The other ones kind of lagged a little bit. This one ties back in to the first season. And what they did initially
There's like
here...
2 seasons going on at the same time right now, though.
Okay, but that's just it. So what they did is they did some one-and-out episodes. One of them is like a 2-part, and then there's other... And they're all just one-and-outs, okay?
I'm listening.
But they tie back together.
Nice.
And now they've started, like, the actual season of it after those one-and-outs, and they're doing, like, the double features, what they're calling it. And it has been incredible this year. And I think a lot of it is because they had that extra time with COVID. They put a lot of time into the writing on these episodes. And they brought back a lot of characters from the first seasons, and it really is worth circling back on. Paris Jackson is one of the characters.
Michael Jackson's kid?
Yeah. And so is Cindy Crawford's daughter. She's incredible in this thing. It's really, really good,
She look
guys.
like her mom?
Oh, absolutely.
Oh, good.
Oh, she's a beautiful young lady. I don't know how old she is, so I won't say any more than that.
What? Cindy Crawford's hot, man. Even today.
Oh, yeah.
She aged well.
Yeah, absolutely. But, no, her daughter is just a beautiful young girl. And they really...
How young?
I don't know, and that's why I'm not saying anymore. I don't want to get all skeezy.
All right, I'm going to leave it at that then.
But a beautiful young woman. And so that being said, does an incredible job in this thing. Like, they really tie this thing together really, really well. Because they go back to the murder house.
Okay.
Yeah,
Holy shit.
Guys, if you watch the first season, at least watch what they've done this year with American Horror Story.
I just like to...
Incredible.
Nick's like an American Horror Story right now.
Well, I mean, that goes without saying.
On an unrelated note, I just did a retro... I'm down to the last, inch of this thing. And I just did a retro hail, and oh my, that pepper...
I just did one too.
Pepper and spice, man. Pepper and spice.
Everything nice.
Look at you, being a champ.
What do you want, man? Get up. All right.
Ooh, that
Here's what I'm
burns.
gonna say. I'm going to give a shout out here to your group, which is amazing. The Cigar Pulpit Parishioners. The parishioners are unbelievable.
Our Facebook group.
No joke. Every time you put something up there, there's a response, whether it's a question, just any topic. They're amazing. So shout out to all you guys. And, today I said that I'd be recording with you guys tonight. So if there was anything specific they wanted to hear about,
it's almost an Ask the Boys in typed form.
Kind of.
Kind
of. And to be honest, I didn't think we'd have anything to talk about. So I was like, let's
and here we are an hour and a half later.
Yeah, let's get some free topics. So thank you to everybody who answered and brought some stuff up. One person brought up 3 great things that I think we should really start talking about. So abortion, religion, and politics.
I'm good. I'm good.
Maybe we just take a Adam protocol on that one.
I'm not going to play
Larry
the noise,
McSheffrey.
but I'm good.
Okay.
Yeah, that was Larry. Larry, I believe Larry's from. I want to say he's from where I used to live for a little bit in Waltham, Mass. So, Larry, thank you for that. One funny one was Russ Walker brought up. Please, no politics. LOL. Either of you had the Ron Mexico stick. So I don't know what he's talking about, but I replied, I hope you're not talking about Michael Vick. And I don't know if you guys know that reference
I don't
at
know
all.
that reference.
No.
So when Michael Vick, a long time ago, he used to use the alias of Ron Mexico when he would go get massages and stuff, and he actually...
Are we using the air quotes around massage?
Well, yeah, because there was a woman that actually accused him of purposely giving her an STD, and he used the name Ron Mexico. So I don't know if that's what he's talking about, but yeah, that was a joke back then. Let's see. Gator, one for you. Can you really taste the Esteli?
Absolutely.
What makes the Esteli distinct?
It's that indescribable quality.
Yeah, we can't describe it. So there's your answer. And that answer's for Jay Stanley. I'm scrolling through here. Nick, I think this one might be for you. Best homebrewed iced tea recipe, and this is coming from Andrew McGee in the UK.
So, okay, that is interesting because I did, because I looked at it. I did look at these already. I didn't know that this was coming. And
show prep.
I do show prep. But anyway, I mentioned it to Jeff. And I personally, you brew the water, you steep the tea in it, you put it in the fridge, it is what it is.
Yeah.
Jeff.
Now, you have to keep it at a certain temperature when you brew it because you don't want to get the tannins because it makes it bitter.
So, Jeff, you, though, said that you make sun tea. So why don't you describe the process of making sun tea?
There is nothing better in the summer than making a big jar of sun tea. Do you know what I'm talking about, Gervais?
What?
Thank you. Thank you for listening in.
I have no clue what you're talking about.
Okay, so what you do is you get you can use like a clear pitcher. I use a big like gallon or plus mason jar that I've got, some from the farm, the old-timey ones. And what you do is you put the water in it, you put the tea bags down in it, maybe a little mint out of the garden if you want to. I mean, it's up to you. It's your tea. You could pretty much do whatever you want. And you set it out on what I do is set it out on the back deck and just let the sun brew the tea for you. And it's just, a jar of sun tea is just incredible, man. You let it
add anything to that when you drink it or not?
No, I drink it. I just put it over ice and drink it. I'm not a sugar, like a sweet tea guy. I'm a Yankee. I got to drink my tea with, unsweet.
Very cool.
And nothing's worse. Nothing in this world is worse. And we may have talked about it on here, but I'm going to revisit. When you get an iced tea at a fast food restaurant, like through the drive-thru, and you pull away and you take that first sip of that syrup and realize they gave you the wrong tea.
Yep.
I want to go burn them down.
Well, it's because they use sweet and unsweet as the designators. And so with those, squawk boxes they've got in the drive-thru, all it takes is them missing that first little syllable, that really vital syllable of un. And then you've got sweet tea coming your way. And so they really need to start doing sweet and plain or sweet tea and iced tea. Something like that. That way, there's some sort of a differentiator.
Yeah, because you will say plain.
Yeah, I'll say unsweet plain, please. And
what do they give you?
I get unsweet,
unless they mess up.
Is it like a brand?
What now?
Is it like a brand? Like, I don't want to name brands, but
I'm fine with that. I like Louisiana.
Oh no!
I wouldn't even know.
Whatever. I
like Louisiana tea better than Lipton tea.
Whatever, but. No. Like when I'm going through McDonald's or something,
or Sonic,
or Sonic or where, I'll say unsweet plain, as in kind of like how if you order a sandwich plain, they just don't put all the shit on it. Same concept with the tea. It's like, no, I want unsweet.
And you know it's not sugar. They're pouring some kind of high fructose corn syrup in this thing because they're not back there. Nobody's back there stirring the sugar in to dissolve it. And I don't want to drink that poison. So I like plain unsweet iced tea. But if you guys haven't tried making sun tea, just give that a go. Just put a couple of tea bags and some water in a quart mason jar and just let it brew itself in the sun. Because basically it's the thermal from the sun hitting it creates the brew, and it's really, really good.
And you can get mason jars pretty cheap on Amazon. You can get like a whole box of them.
Or just go to a store.
Or go to a store. I don't know.
I'm not a big Amazon guy. Amazon's killing our downtowns. And he took our money and flew into space on a penis rocket.
They took our jabs. Next one I'll go to. Are we done with the tea? I'm sorry, Nick, do you have anything else to add?
I think we're good.
I don't have anything else to add on the tea front.
I like iced tea, and most of it's from bottles already made. I don't make
it. Get some Louisiana tea bags and make yourself some sun tea.
But I don't drink it often. I don't really drink it often. I mean, the only ice thing I have is coffee.
Dude, I'm not going to lie to you. I probably, and Nick can back me up on this, and he's not too far behind me. I'll bet you money that I drink probably somewhere in the neighborhood of 128 ounces or more of tea a day.
God
damn. Close to that.
Yeah, I'll do it. I'll do several like Route 44 iced teas at Sonic in a day's time. And coffee's the same way. I'll drink a whole pot of coffee, and I'll let it go cold, and I'll drink it at night on ice.
Can't do that, man.
Oh, I love iced coffee.
Because if you let coffee sit long enough, the oils kind of, they actually like, I think it's usually, to be honest, when you brew a pot of coffee, after 15 to 25 minutes, the oils actually start to drop, and it's almost like they get to the bottom. I forget the word is for it, but so you're losing that initial flavor. So your first cup or two out of a pot is great. So you're almost better off like Nick, like you have that little small pot.
Yeah.
That's usually probably a better one. And you just keep rebrewing another pot is almost better than doing like a gigantic.
Yeah, and see, I'm not proud. I'll make the 12 cups and then, like I said, drink it all day long.
Listen, to each his own.
And you know what I put in my coffee first thing in the morning? This is gonna blow you away, and I don't even think Nick knows this. I put a little bit of honey. Mm-hmm. I put a little bit of coconut oil. I put turmeric, black pepper, and cinnamon.
See, the black pepper I have not heard of, but everything
the
else
black pepper ties in with the turmeric. It helps you get the beneficial properties. It like 40 times as much absorption of the turmeric if you put black pepper with it.
I bet all of that would taste fantastic in a freshly brewed cup of fucking good coffee. I really do.
I wouldn't think of doing it in any other.
Of course not. Of course
but
not.
Yeah, the cinnamon, the reason for the cinnamon, and I'm no doctor here, so don't take my advice and all that BS. But I use Ceylon cinnamon, and it's supposed to help regulate your blood sugar. Mm-hmm. So I take every morning, it's kind of a routine. I make that up and just drink it as I'm in the bath, preparing myself for the day.
TMI.
Nick knows I FaceTime him from the tub all the time. And show him
I don't accept those FaceTime calls. I don't accept FaceTime calls from you because of that exact reason.
The only male tub pictures I look at are from my Uncle Ricky Gervais. He's got some funny ones.
I was gonna say, I'm like, wait,
where's this going?
I'm like, dude, if your uncle's sending you tub pictures, then you got issues, man. But
do you just call him uncle, or is he really family?
No, I mean, look, why would I call him uncle if he was?
I think we've covered that before. But anyway, okay. All right.
So, real quick,
that's why I'm leaving. I'm running out of material.
I don't want to say that's not a legit question, but let's go to another question. I think cigar related, which is really good, from Joshua Fox.
Okay.
Looks like Joshua's got a really cool little lounge setup. I like what he's doing. He's kind of stolen my idea, which I didn't put out there publicly, so he didn't really steal it. But he's got his border on his ceiling of different cigar boxes, which is really cool. I like that idea.
Did he just use the lids or the whole box?
It looks like he's using the lids. My idea is to use the whole box. I think the depth perception thing is cool. But anyways, I like what he's doing. And his question was how to keep the air clean in a home cigar lounge. Now, you guys don't have a home cigar lounge, right? You don't smoke inside.
Yeah, I sit outside.
Yeah, I sit outside.
I don't either, but I've looked into and I've done research on turning a room in my basement, like really blocking it off. And the only reason I looked into it was because there was no air ducts, an HVAC connected to that room.
So you're not going to suck it into the rest of the house. Okay.
Correct. So if you have an HVAC, if you have a vent that's connected to the rest of your house, you can't do it unless you're willing to spend the money to block that off. Looking at his picture, Josh, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Josh, looking at your picture, I have a couple questions, but I'll get to that after. Like, he's got the fan in the window, which is ideal because you want something for outtake. You need that to pull the cigar smoke out.
Similar to what I did in the ice tent with the computer fan. Yep, exactly.
100%. Yep. And same here. But, the other part I did in the tent, which is what I think he might need, is something to push it towards there.
Yes.
Because that fan he's got there, it works if you're sitting right next to it, but he's got a chair kind of in the corner. If he's not looking to spend the money to put an HVAC system in there or a ventilation system to drill through the wall, then the window's fine. He could actually put one through there. He's going to need something else, another fan on the other side of the room to push the smoke towards
those fans.
Outtake.
Yeah.
Yep. But I like his cool little setup. The one question I have is that a picture of Vinny Pastore? Message me, man, or say something in the Pulpit Parishioners group. On his little table, which I think is made of cigar boxes, which looks cool, he's got a plaque, and it's a guy. It looks like he's smoking a cigar or pointing a gun. I can't tell. And it looks like Vinny Pastore, Big Pussy from Sopranos.
Oh, cool.
So, yeah, I can't tell if that's that. But I like his setup. Looks like he's got Luke Stutler is talking to him as well about it because he's done it. But, yeah, that's my recommendation is you've got to get better ventilation. That's the only way to do it. You've got to have something pushing that smoke towards the outtake.
Well, and I know we talked about actually holding that question and doing it on a later show, but like over at the Hill, they've got those deals that eat the smoke,
the rabbit air purifiers. Which,
rabbit air, it's a purifier.
I mean,
and they work.
They do. I'm not as impressed with the rabbit as maybe some people. And look, I'm saying this as somebody who doesn't have one and hasn't used it myself. I've only seen them in lounges, and maybe it's not fair because in lounges you've got multiple people lighting up cigars and puffing away and everything, but I think they've got like 3 or 4 of those things over at the Hill.
They can get overwhelmed.
They can very easily get overwhelmed,
Now, I know
that's
Dan,
one thing I've read about him,
Dan at Riverman has the unit up on the wall that sucks the stuff out.
Yes.
And that seems to work pretty good in his lounge.
Yeah, it's a little loud, but, I think it's just an older unit.
But you'd rather have it on than off.
Totally. You'd much rather just talk at a louder volume than have it off.
At the Hill, I've actually gotten up and opened windows.
You got to open
before.
windows and crack the door and things like that sometimes, especially on Sundays when that place is packed and everyone's
for the
watching
football games
and everything like that.
That's where the cigar tent comes into play because it's got that cross.
Yes, and the thing with that is, as we're talking this through, I'm sitting here thinking I've got the one fan that drew out the smoke, but what I need to get is a second fan to put on the opposite wall.
I showed you mine. I had that.
You had that, but I didn't do that, and I'm actually sitting here thinking
have one bringing in fresh air, one pushing out. That's a good idea.
And it's creating that cross breeze to where then, as long as you've got your back to the fan that's bringing in the air, you can, light your cigar and smoke your cigar without, air.
I wonder if that'd cool
really
your
hitting.
tent down too much.
No, not at all.
Doesn't?
Well,
okay.
the fan itself has a speed regulator.
Okay.
So you can adjust that to where, you can maybe turn down the intake fan to like a low setting and turn up that outtake fan to a high setting to where then it's still bringing in air, bringing in that breeze, but then it's pulling it out like really hard. So
I still think we should have done our commercial for those tents. We had the greatest idea, Gervais.
I'm kicking myself now because I meant to tell Dave Garofalo when I met him that, just an FYI, I was the one that came up with that idea. I'm the genius behind it, but I needed a guinea pig, and Nick was the guinea pig. And, it's just like all great ideas someone else did.
We were going to do a commercial for these where we were going to have them for sale at the cigar pulpit. And what we were going to, I don't know if we've ever told people this.
But we weren't going to do the red ice tin.
No, we were going to do the little thing that sits over like women at a soccer game.
Or that the people in the drive-thru at Chick-fil-A use to shield themselves from the rain,
Yeah.
It's just those little zip-up, individualized tents. And we were going to do this one where, like, I climb into it and I zip it up and I'm happy, I'm smoking and everything.
Cigar,
And Jeff's describing it. And as he's describing it, all you see is me in the background and that tent is just filling with smoke. Like I was going to get the biggest, most obnoxious cigar and I was going to fill that thing with smoke to where by the time the commercial's over, you can barely see me. And then it's like, the official cigar pulpit smoking tent. And then at some point, like I just collapse and like
the whole tent falls over.
The whole tent falls on its side and everything like that. And yeah, we were going to make that and we never did. Mostly because I didn't want to asphyxiate and die in the process. Couldn't
I'm
think
excited
of
about
a safe way
Smoky Tent Cruise. I'm really excited to get that going again.
Yeah. I know Smoky Tent Crew's anxious for it.
Yeah.
I'm perfectly happy enjoying the autumn, but
yes.
Like,
I'm sitting here with a table fire right now. And
let's not rush autumn.
Yeah. Did you just say you lit your table on fire?
No, I got a table fire here. I'll show you.
Oh, look at you.
My table is, the propane tank.
That's fanciful.
Oh, that is fanciful.
Yeah. So I guess before there's one more thing we should probably touch on, but from the parishioners group. But before we do that, I'd say we go into the cigar. I have finished mine.
Yes,
I'm on to the next one from the box.
I have finished mine as well.
I am still working on my nub. And I want to point out, part of the reason for that is my cigar went out twice. It is so humid out here, I couldn't keep it lit. Not the cigar's fault, it's just the environment in which we're in.
Yep.
Yeah.
Nope, I'm just sitting here enjoying my Bacardi Rum Punch. It's a real rum cocktail.
You're getting punchy.
In a can. And let me
really wanting that sponsorship, aren't you?
It's delightful.
Well, you're gone, so he's got to sell some ads.
Well, yeah, now I'm going to bring in the money.
Son of a bitch. Ooh, that thing's peppery on the retrohale. Man alive.
Yeah, I enjoy that cigar, the Mark Twain. It's actually a good afternoon stick for me. Goes great literally with a cup of coffee, too, because it's really smooth. And it brings out, the coffee actually pairs very well with it. I like the retrohale a lot in that cigar because it really kicks in everything that you're not getting from your regular draw from the cigar.
Very cool.
You should see the pile of butts at Nick's house. It's like landscape rock, but it's cigar butts.
Cigarettes?
Oh,
cigars.
Cigar butts.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
I toss them on the lawn. They biodegrade. They're leaves.
Eventually.
It's fine.
Yeah. But it does. Well, I looked at it today over there, and it literally looks like you've gotten landscape rock, but they're just cigar butts.
Yeah. I call my fire pit because I empty my ashtrays in there.
Yeah.
It's the cigarmatary.
Nice.
I like it.
Yeah, it's been that for years. But yeah. So listen, I know we've been on for a while and everybody's left us, but if anybody's still staying, I think there's one more topic that everybody wants to know about. I already know some inside info that that night of the sleepover, there's going to be appetizers ordered by Nick. There's going to be, buffalo chicken wraps will be ordered. There's going to be some buffalo chicken toasted ravioli, fried pickles.
No.
Nick's got a whole menu lined up.
Did he tell you the latest one? He's going to get some.
Ordering?
Yeah, he's going to get those water chestnuts bacon wrapped in the barbecue sauce. Yeah, I can't wait for that.
Ooh, do they do those special, or is that on the menu?
No, they're doing that special for him.
Yeah, that's what I figured, because he told them about the big event. Right.
God,
So that's part of the menu. I know somebody wanted to see the menu. I think it was
how many people?
David Clark. Yeah.
How many people can stay in your place? Because I'm afraid you're going to get overloaded.
I think you could have 34.
Nobody is staying at my place.
What's the occupancy level of this place?
I don't know, but nobody's staying at my place.
I beg to differ. I'm pretty sure some people are planning to stay.
Nobody's staying at my place. I'm very clear about this.
Yeah.
Very, very clear. Nobody seems to be listening, but I'm very, very clear.
But the fact that you're buying dinner for us,
I'm not
serving that catered breakfast the next morning.
I'm not.
Oh, breakfast too.
Yeah, it's almost a brunch.
No, whoa. I'm not.
Yeah,
I'm not.
He's got the guy that's going to make the scrambled eggs, like the omelets for you, special to order.
No, I don't.
Oh, you got somebody coming in, Nick? That's nice, man. That's really classy.
Damn it.
Yeah, there'll be a whole line of accoutrements. Yeah, it'll be great.
No.
Usually people charge for that, but Nick's very generous.
That's the kind of guy that he is.
I know.
Oh, God.
That's great. So, what's the plan before the sleepover? Are you guys planning on meeting up?
Oh my God!
Top shooters.
So so Friday the 24th, basically everybody can converge at Top Shooters. I'm not paying for anybody, but it's where everybody can converge.
Nick just winked at me.
I did not wink. I didn't.
I
wink.
saw
There's
you.
No winking. No winking.
I just thought you were flirting with Gervais, but I saw you wink.
I am not paying for anything, and everybody can just come and hang out. And then, obviously, Saturday the 25th.
Are you going to bring the wood?
Big Riverman event. What?
You going to bring the wood to Top Shooters?
I mean, you've seen the wait staff.
You've had to buy. Oh my! You've had to buy wood before to get the fire pit going. We're going to have to make that happen.
Yeah, last year they were pretty good about supplying firewood, but I don't know if they're prepared for that just yet. But hopefully.
Because we're going to need a fire.
I would think so.
Yeah.
Yeah, fire's key. Fire's key.
We like fire.
Do you need me to bring some firewood from the farm?
If you have some, that would probably
I could actually
be good.
do that. I could load up my in my hitch haul and bring some firewood up.
That would be helpful.
That actually might be a good idea for this. So.
That would be helpful.
Yep.
Fix your brakes first. Make sure the firewood.
No, that's in my FJ Cruiser. That's our radio station delivery vehicle. But yeah, my Jeep. Well, I hope it's good. You didn't pay anybody to cut those lines, did you, Gervais?
Not
no,
yet.
I don't have that much money.
What's it cost now to get somebody to cut a brake line? Yeah,
probably $20.
I was say, what kind of money are you dropping on
your brake line? It was surprisingly cheap.
Exactly.
He found people willing to volunteer.
There's
somebody
nothing. Somebody
wanted they said, hey, it's just a sawbuck. I'm like, listen, I'll give you double that. I'll give you 20.
It may have been the scaredest moment of my life because it's just that sheer terror of I'm not in control of this. Like, it freaked me out today.
Tuck and roll, baby.
No. No, I was going to roll the whole vehicle.
You got to tuck and roll.
Yeah, because I was getting ready to drive off into a field that's on a coal mine. It was not going to be a pleasant ride.
Quick note about that Friday night at Top Shooters. Nick won't say it, but anybody that's looking to order the smash burger, you got to get that in, order in advance because it's 2 smash patties. They want to make sure they have enough for
Dear
all 50
God.
of
Just
you.
tell them it's on Nick's tab.
Dear God, there is no tab. It's not.
Yeah.
No. Oh my God, this is.
Is it an open bar that night?
Here's how this is going to go. No. Here's how this is going to go. You know who actually is going to be the one to pick up the tab on this thing?
Who's that?
It's going to be Al from the Good Cigar.
Oh, okay.
Because he's got his big fat retirement that he's living on right now, so he's coming up here and everything like that. Al from the Good Cigar.
Al's going to kick your ass. Guarantee that right now.
Wow.
Yep.
I just hope he gives me some advance warning so I get the video camera turned on.
Damn you. Anyway. Oh my gosh.
You know who I did hear is coming?
Who?
For the Riverman event?
Who?
The Chicken.
He may make
BF is going to make an appearance. He may come to Top Shooters that night. That could go south really quick.
He could. Last time he was there, he got arrested.
Yeah, that cock gets in a lot of trouble.
So, anyway. Well, why don't we hear from Pinky about what My Monthly Cigars is? Okay.
Thanks, Pinky.
I love Pinky. When are we going to get her back on the show? I guess you.
I would say
she's afraid.
I'll get her back at some point here.
She's afraid to come back as long as you're there.
I actually was
talking
to her just earlier today, and I think the plan is that since I'm going to need a guest host, for some.
She going to step up?
I think she's going to step up, on a once a month basis.
Fair enough.
So
good.
Yeah. Since
I'd like to do a show with Pinky. I think that would be fun.
She's delightful.
There you go. For the October box, there we go. Maybe the remainder of the September box, depending upon what happens here.
But he won't be on those shows.
Oh, that's true.
Won't be.
That's true.
I'll do it. Let's do.
We'll figure it out.
Jeff, are you only doing a half?
Jeff doesn't.
No, I'm done. This is my last show.
Oh, you're done. Okay, yeah. So Nick, let's bring her on to September.
Look at Nick.
We'll figure this out.
I'm not done.
We'll figure this out.
It was a joke.
I honestly didn't know if you would be here tonight. I really didn't. But I'm glad you're here.
Dude, I wouldn't miss you for the world.
I know. I appreciate it. I'm glad to
Especially
be here
that beard you're rocking, man. That is just impressive.
You are trying to F me through the screen.
He really is.
It's amazing. And
is.
You can't tell, but I'm turning red. I'm blushing.
Oh my. Well, there we go.
I won't tell you,
now it's
I won't
weird.
tell you anything else that's going on.
Yeah, okay, now it really got weird. I don't want to know if it moved a little.
You can follow us on Instagram at the Cigar Pulpit or at Naked Gator, NEKKID Gator.
That's my page.
Obviously on Facebook with the Cigar Pulpit Parishioners Group, as we've been referencing a lot tonight.
It's a lot of fun. And I hate Facebook with a passion, but that's fun.
It's fun.
That is a fun group.
That's what Facebook was meant for. It wasn't meant for all the stupid arguments and stupid bullshit. The stuff that you tend to
Which
propagate.
I've been doing all day
You've
today.
been doing nice, good use of your time.
I can't begin to tell you how many people I have muted. The key is you mute them because if you unfriend them, they know.
Then they get butthurt.
But you mute them and your timeline gets cleaned up. It's nice.
There you go. And then we're on Twitter, YouTube, and guys, we need your questions for Ask the Boys. Area code 863-874-0000. I say it all the time. I know I have a couple of calls lined up for next week, but I need more.
And listen soon for Nick Gervais and Gator doing the show about nothing.
Mm-hmm.
Coming soon to podcasts near you.
Title TBD, but it's going to be a show about nothing.
But see, it's not going to be Nick Gervais and Gator because Gator.
No, Gator doesn't exist.
I would say I own the brand Gator.
No,
that is under the Cigar Pulpit umbrella, buddy.
You do not have that copyright.
That is
maybe we'll call it Bacon and Eggs.
That is part of it, buddy.
Bacon eggs. You know it's an Ariana Grande song, right? Bacon eggs, bacon eggs. Anyway.
Oh man.
Anyway. All right. Well.
Let's get off the rails.
Yeah.
Before we go, listen. I know. I threw this out to the parishioners because the parishioners are awesome. I really do appreciate everything you guys have done for MMC and that the parishioners have done, including all the members from the parishioners group. That's why I put out the other night the first crack at the Survive the Smoke, the inaugural football survivor pool that MMC and Focking are running. Very cool. Please, if you guys are interested in joining, it's free. We're gonna have a blast. We're gonna bust each other's balls. We're gonna talk shit. It's a survivor pool. The rules are very simple. You pick one team a week to win. If you win, you move on. You lose, you're eliminated. But you can only pick that team once. So you're only picking one game a week. It's not very hard. Very simple to do. If you want to join for free, go to mymonthlycigars.com, and on the top banner at the top of the page, just click it. It'll take you to that invite. You just sign up right there. It's super, super simple.
So
we're going to have a lot of fun.
You're saying I can't pick the Detroit Lions every week?
You cannot pick them every week. You can pick them once, and that's it. Nick picked San Francisco.
Because they're going to win the Super Bowl this year.
Say that. Nick thought about picking San Francisco. Whoops.
You'll have to bleep that.
We'll have prizes. We're going to have some prizes. We're going to have some MMC gear, merchandise. We're going to have Focking coffee, merch, gift cards. And then, to be honest, I've been talking to some people as well that are going to get involved with this. I can tell you right now, Barry from Cigar Authority was all for jumping in on this. He was one of the first people to sign up. I'm looking to get more stuff for prizes and have some things every week to week, because the survivor pool goes until somebody's last man standing.
Yeah.
Basically, it's what it is. But, in the meantime, I'd like to come up with some sort of like week to week, fun competitions and prizes.
I'm going to kick in right now. I'm going to give you a Sun Tea starter kit with a quart mason jar and 2 tea bags.
Why don't you just do a Gator Sun Tea?
All they got to do is include, they just have to add water.
All right, guys, you heard it first. I mean,
listen, but let's be real.
Everybody that's in just dropped out.
But let's be real. How many people are waiting on cigars from you, Jeff?
Oh, that's true.
Yeah.
And I need to figure out that list, because I know Smoking Cat approved. I need to get him some sticks. Lupe, and there's one other. And oh, man. I was going over this today.
If you're currently owed cigars from Gator,
you need to let me know.
Stupid little, hey, I'll give you blah 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 if you do blah blah blah. And
because I
then he completely forgot
to all the shows.
Maybe send Gator a note and remind him that he owes you stuff.
I found the apple again.
God, you're a douchebag.
He's still working on that thing?
Oh, dude, he's chomping away at it.
Yeah, we can hear it. My friends at the Cigar Authority just, they don't really like to eat on.
Friends.
I've heard him talk about that.
Oh, did I tell you guys?
It shows about how hard it is to talk and smoke.
I was actually there.
I'm sorry, Nick. I couldn't hear you over Jeff. What?
What would you guys prefer? Jeff crunching on an apple throughout the show, or his breathing? Which one?
Well, that's the best part, is right now you're getting the best of both worlds, because you can hear him freaking breathing along with you. Yeah, exactly. Because eating is hard work for him at this point, so,
Dude, I don't have much time left.
That's obvious.
Yeah, this is the end of your run here.
I'm on borrowed time.
We're getting ready to shove him out in the lake on a flaming boat.
Oh my God, I want that so bad.
Anyway.
Well, thank you to everybody in the parishioners group for giving us some content tonight.
Yeah, this was good.
Those are great questions.
It was a lot of fun.
Those were good. So
that was good. And you can find me anywhere at My Monthly Cigars. And guys, seriously, go to mymonthlycigars.com. Click the banner at the top. Join the pool. We're going to have a blast. There's going to be more than just the winner's prizes. Please join up and, try to beat me. I don't think you can do it.
You're going to have a fucking good time.
Fucking good time.
Jeff is evidently...
Nick is getting more and more triggered with every chew of this.
I know, he keeps staring. Just pulling the curtain back, guys. I can only see half of Nick's face, but I can see his eyes, and they're just lasering through Jeff as he's crunching through this apple.
I'm ready to fucking kill him.
You know, the sad part. This apple has only aroused my appetite without bedding her back down.
Arouse. That's a word.
Without bedding her back down.
Jeff, any last words on your last show here?
It's been a blast. I love you guys.
Exactly.
Not you two, the people that listen.
Oh, my God.
Oh, okay, good. Well, guys, thanks for having me on. We appreciate it.
No, this was fun. Appreciate your time, Nick. And
as always.
It's always a good time getting a peek in your box.
I try to keep things clean once a month. I'll just
No, you don't.
expose my box.
Oh my God,
It's been fun.
it has.
We should do this again sometime.
I mean,
Yeah, Jeff.
I got space twice a week, buddy. You know,
Jeff, we gotta talk about the pilot, the Seinfeld pilot.
I'm all in.
What we're gonna do for the first episode? It's gonna be a
Well, we
banger.
need to have a whole bit about how Elaine wasn't in it.
Yeah, and there was she wasn't supposed to be in any of them, to be honest.
Nope.
Yeah, you know what? We should after the show we should do a sneak peek of that podcast. And,
well, guys, this has been another sermon from the Cigar Pulpit.
A show about nothing.
I'm Nick.
This show had some content.
That's Jeff.
I'm Gator.
Eating his stupid apple.
And I am good friends with the Cigar Authority.
God damn it, Nick. Everybody stay safe and stay smoky.
Bye-bye.
Enjoy your apple.
I am.